And
Which bard?
It's D&D.
Why do we
Hello.
need to choose?
Hi, everybody. We're live.
hello, everybody.
Hello.
My name is Brandon Ross, and I am not Ford, but I am sitting in his seat for today and the next week. He is off taking care of some very fun, very exciting events. I will not speak on them here, but I hope him the best of wishes to all the endeavors for the next bit of what's going on.
You live in
Uh,
life.
He is living the lives, the big lives, as we say. The OG, the number one, the balls to the wall, the fun, the cognac, and the greatness. But moving on, we're going to quickly introduce everybody really fast. All of you know everybody around me already, but I do believe there are some lovely announcements for Miss Shack to take care of, so I'm going to pass it off to her. If you would, please go ahead.
My mic almost fell over on its own. I've been knocking it over all day. This is going to be a thing. If you see me suddenly flinch and this thing moving, it's probably because it fell over. It's going to happen a lot. Did it again. Hi, friends. This is not my social media spiel. We'll give that to you later. Something different. We discussed over the last week, and we have changed up how the twisted points or channel points work here because we decided we wanted to add some more fun stuff for you guys to be able to use those for and contribute with. So while we have our usual ones, you can highlight your message or unlock an emote. We've added a few spicy ones that you will see when you open up on your. This isn't going to cooperate with me, is
You're
it?
talking like what's the level of spice here? Like, can I get some kind of like reference?
So we're working on like our highest spicy thing still,
Oh,
but
man.
at current, the highest spicy thing you could do, and this is applying to our normal campaign, is that at a certain level channel points, you can hand one of the party members a deja vu dice. If you watch our normal stream, you'll know exactly what that means and how important
Man.
that is. You can now help out party members with like a guidance die. We're calling it the chat domain die, because we're just pretending you are all our little clerics and not the absolute gremlins that you are.
Hey. Power to the gremlins. Power to the gremlins.
Gremlins!
We've also added something called Twisted Lines, where you guys can redeem points, choose a person, and come up with a line that they have to somehow say in stream. Obviously, this has to be within reason. Like, it can't, be super crazy, and it
You
has to
cannot
be
have Connor
SFW.
all of a sudden go up to a supposed tree in the middle of a desert and say, "Screw your mother." No.
We gotta make it work, but, have fun with
you
that.
You could do that. I think Connor has a bit of vendetta against trees.
You really do!
Trees and fire. Trees and fire.
Trees and fire. So have fun with those. Those are some new fun things that you can use. Okay, I'm done now.
You're done now?
Yes.
I'm gonna go back to
and
making my
also-
backup character because I fully believe you are going to murder
What do you
who I have
mean?
for today.
I am a loving and caring DM.
Listen,
Okay,
we're going to ignore the loving and caring and probably more focus on chaotic and evil. But
It's all
regardless of what,
lies.
for
It's all
everybody who's
lies.
currently watching, you are seeing on screen our 5 lovely visages, and you're also seeing kind of like a white screen next to us. That is going to be our Roll20 map for this week and the next week because Sir Brendan will be joining us again.
I am beyond humbled and excited and proud to be here. I am bursting at the gills with joy right now. Seriously, I am. Just like, ah!
So, just want
Question:
to let you all know.
why do you have gills?
To swim in all my bullshit.
Listen, man, he needs
It's
to
fitting.
be able to smell through that. Come on,
Fitting.
it is fitting. I'm pretty sure we can actually smell the bullshit from here.
I believe it as well. Trust me. Ask the other guys. They.
That was so good. Okay.
I do my best.
I'm ready to die.
Right, are there any other announcements to take part before I dive into our lovely one shot that has 2 parts, a two shot, if one would?
I don't quite believe so, my friend.
No, I believe that is everything. And let us.
right.
Well, Brandon, you got to speak up a bit because apparently you're
Oh.
low.
Okay, I can go up a bit. Move my mic a little closer. I'm opting for the headset mic because my other one's a little too sensitive. And I didn't have time to play with the settings to not catch everything in my room. So I'll just elevate my voice a bit. Hopefully
I feel
this
that.
helps.
Yeah, just let us know. I'll try to see if I could get him to speak up a little louder if needed.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I will definitely do better to be more hearable.
I love how the way that it was stated though was turn Brandon up a little. His volume is not his personality.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thanks, Rick.
Yes, thank you, Rick. We will move into tonight's episode of the Twisted Procession stream. And we will open this up mainly theater of the mind until we move on to the virtual tabletop. Setting the scene for this story, we will begin with an overview of a mostly northern tundra area known for its cold regions, hardy vegetables, and even hardier people. A land known as Bracos to the north of this continent overall. Over the past various years, everyone here and their characters for these episodes have taken their time to establish themselves as adventurers, heroes, creatures of lore amongst their respective regions. And through their acts and attributes, they were asked to look into a rather strange weather phenomena happening in the north over the past roughly month and a half. A consistent and deeply biting storm has begun to centralize itself over one of the certain mountain ranges within Bracos, namely the Bracos Range. It is the largest and most well-known range within this area. All of you were in some way associated with various guilds, contacts, points of interest, people of interest, and you were each given this disc about, I'd say, that big, very plain, very flat. And you were told you will meet upon the town of Moorshire. It is just moving into the most southern point of Bragos, but it is where the beginnings of the storm has its farthest, most outlying reach. And we'll go ahead and start this off. If each of you could please roll me a d20.
Okay.
Not frightening. Not frightening at all. Ready just to start off the game with a d20 roll.
Oh, things are crashing on me.
I was about to say, if I just got a nat 1 to start the night, I would be upset already.
That would be pretty on par for you.
That
Would be
That's
pretty
like-
on par.
Sadly, that would be pretty on par for you.
Yeah, no, that would definitely track.
James, you alive, buddy?
He said things were crashing on him. Hold on.
Hang on. Everything is going to hell.
All right, we'll just put you. It was basically for story introduction purposes. It was going to determine the order of introduction. So we'll just put you last.
We
where you
just
get
rolled
everything.
initiative. And we're the enemies.
I mean, essentially, yes.
Oh, lovely.
So, we will start with you, Andon. Is that correct for your character?
Yes. So Andon is a very tends to be very standoffish, tabaxi ranger. Sorry, tends to act more like a rogue. Anyway, but he would be the classic. I'm not here. Leave me alone. But if you need me, I'll just kind of come out of the shadow, scare the ever living crap out of you, and go back into my hidey hole.
Okay. And through whatever means you determine for your background, you were given this information from whatever context you have, given that plain, kind of almost silver-looking disc, and told, go meet up in Moorshire at the Prancing Prince Tavern. The rest of the individuals contacted will meet you there.
And with that, he would have actually just headed right over. I love James's face.
Hi, I'm back. I'm not dead.
Love you, James.
Good to hear.
Great to hear. So,
Okay.
Pretty sure Shaq would come over and murder you after bringing you back, and then bring you back again.
Uh-huh.
Bring him back again.
So
Next
Andon's gonna
down,
head
we
over.
have a Miss Kimber. Through your methods and your contacts, you have been acquired in your own means this a note along with this silver disc stating to meet in Mornshire at the Prancing Prince. The rest of your companions will await you there.
Kimber, who is probably about 18 years old, maybe. She looks like she could be 16. She also looks like she could be 20. You're never quite sure. Short auburn hair has these flowers growing in it, or it looks like they're growing in it. You have no clue, but they're there. Just kind of always in a little bit of movement, doesn't quite stay still, bouncing, reads. Has no idea what this is for or what any of it means, but she thinks it's cool and there's supposed to be people there. So she like stuffs it in a pocket, put everything's in, and just fumes for this location.
So who is the
All right.
next?
Next down, we have a rather interesting individual. Through your tales of heroism, bardism, what have you, you have decided and been contacted with this various information. Again, receiving the same thing, the small to medium-sized silver disc and a letter stating a quick rundown of the situation. Harsh weather, probably arcane. Go to Mornshire, meet the rest of your companions at the Prancing Prince Tavern. If you would, Mr. James, describe your
Right.
character.
So, you have what appears to be a Warforged, but what you can also see is built into various parts of the body where, like, what would normally be like, if you were looking at it from an anatomical standpoint, would be like the pecs, the abs, the muscles on the body. It's all just big speakers. Like, some of them look a little more high tech than they should be. Others are like shitty radio speakers. And they're all just grafted in different places, like very patchwork, very patchwork. Um, but around each of these speakers and in different pieces of the face, it looks like there's been like gold inlays put in different parts of the body. And he stands at around 7 feet tall, but is like near bone thin, except for like the fists, which seem to just be like almost like comedic boxing gloves, like just big metal balls right on his hand, and that's all you got.
Okay. And then lastly, we have our final individual. Again, through your tales of sheer strength, forward fortitude, and powers that be that drove you here, you were given your directive from your contacts, told to meet in Mornshire at the Prancing Prince Tavern. If you would, please describe your character, Mr.
He stands a solid 9 foot tall.
Beef.
Just beef. But
No filler.
it's all lean meat as he seems fairly dexterous. He wears heavy armor, but he looks like he's even light in his feet while wearing it. He carries 2 swords at his hips and just looks absolutely and utterly fucking intimidating.
Okay.
I have found my target for best friend. You will become the Bean's best friend.
I would say, interesting enough, over the course of an entire day, each of you, throughout various points in the day, have arrived at this tavern. First, obviously, being Andon, as you've probably taken to a corner of your own in waiting. The disc you had been given, wherever you would have kept it, you would begin to feel it kind of begin to vibrate. As it does so, you see what you can guess to be this short, young-looking female just prance into the tavern.
Just prance into
bounce,
the
bounce,
prancing.
bounce, bounce. Finds a chair and she orders soup and bread and just absolutely starts.
I will make a note here that as all of you are being introduced to this scenario, it is cold. It is a cold region. It is known for its weather.
Belgar is
say-
from here.
I don't feel
Cold
things.
never bothered me anyway.
I will say for you, Belcar, even for you, you are. Roll me an insight check, please.
17.
17. Even you have this feeling like this. I mean, I know cold, and I'm okay, but this is cold, even for winter. Something's not right, and it begins to line up with what you've been told about the region, how something seems to be strengthening the intensity of the cold weather. There's always a wind. There's always a storm, whether it be mild, temperate, or severe. Again, throughout the course of an entire day, as the two of you are sitting there, you're joined by the third. Again, same situation as you're sitting there bouncing. You feel in your pocket the and the tall Goliath individual walks in.
Goliath? I thought it was the
That I was describing
The
you
bard.
entering the tavern.
thought it was the bard next.
Was it the bard next?
Yeah.
It was the bard next. The rolls have moved away on my screen.
Okay.
Bart has turned into a Goliath for nerds.
As you turn and you see this unique looking humanoid type individual that is just this hodgepodge apparatus of various kind of convex things built into its chest and stomach.
And you just see like
You've seen a
as-
Warforged. You know what they are for the most part, but this is strange to you.
So you do see him like kind of like bang on different points of the chest to like knock the frost off, but as he does, it sounds like one of those like tin drums, like those steel drums that they have. Yeah, like a little,
Listen.
just like a little melody going up.
Look, all I see is this. Meanwhile, all this is happening. The cat just like materializes into a chair at the table and just stares. Like, what the fuck?
If you don't knock something off a table while staring at somebody, I'll be highly disappointed.
You just see Kimber sitting there.
Just
You see, this is the thing though. It's like nobody actually asks, "What's the tail doing?"
I don't want to know what the tail's
The
doing.
tail has a mind of its own. It's legit, just like nudging like the occasional cup close to the edge of the
Just
table,
slowly,
just
slowly
very
off the table.
slowly.
And then, Kimber, as you're sharing this individual, you do hear a ting tong 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 ping as a cup seems to hit the ground.
Kimber not paying attention to cup.
Nope.
Staring, like,
And like you see this like the Warford just kind of like tilt its head a bit.
and then she just points, like, right at him. She's like, "You make music, but like this."
And and has anybody heard like MGMT like Faded to Pretend or some shit? I think is what it's called. You just hear the it's just like in like the first two like speakers on the chest. And just like a little
And she gets really excited, and then she, like, you don't know where it comes from. She just grabs it and she pulls out this little drum and she starts playing in time with what he's doing. Like, I can do that too.
And the cat's just gonna sit there utterly confused.
And like the Warford just gonna like kind of like get into the groove, and just like you hear like on the chest, it's like now as he's hitting like different parts of the body in time with this like this little sound playing out of his chest, it just starts like hitting other melodies and tones and just trying to match at the same time. This is great. He's loving this. He's loving this more than anything.
Okay. I feel it. Both of you give me perception check or performance checks, please.
Woo! Hell yeah!
Absolutely. That's a 25.
For some reason, it's not letting me roll. Here, maybe that.
I got it. It's shooting over to roll 20. I got it.
Oh, okay. I hit it
So
like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, no, your first one was a 26. Hers is a 25. The two of you together, even though it begins as this like weird hodgepodge of like ping, pong, 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 boom, doo, 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 and then doo, 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 keeping the beat, you eventually rapidly find yourselves in that perfect tone as you begin to move from the doorway, getting a little bit closer to the fireplace that's at the crest back end of this kind of small tavern. And you begin to actually lift a bit of the spirits around the town. I would say for everyone in here right now, roll me an insight check.
Okay. Oh,
As I
okay.
grabbed the pen I dropped.
12.
18 and a 12. Okay.
I
So I
can't
would
see
say,
shit.
and then 12 there. Kimber, you're just, you are literally the embodiment of tunnel vision right now. Just boom.
That's
Too
accurate.
much for you. And then you're just too confused by the scene you're seeing. You're like, this is crazy weird. But I will say, oddly enough, for the Warforged, your journey into the town and your journey here, even though whatever level you decided to be for capability of human emotion, you on your sensors, you feel a decrease in that as you have walked through this town. Something has just beaten these people, whether it be the weather, hard times, the fact they live in a cold ass region. Who knows what it could be? But you have picked up on that, and it begins to make you, to the best approximation you can, feel better, to attempt to temporarily just put a bandage of inspiration upon this small tavern. You see a couple of people actually kind of tapping their feet, nodding their head, while they're still eating their soup. And for the most part, the soup you have had here, Miss Kimber, it has been thick but tasty. Definitely like a tomato plant-based broth. Definitely made more for form than elegance.
Not like, care less, especially now that she's playing music.
Now that like you're starting to understand, just sort of like the level of what these people are sort of seeming like in terms of emotion, like, which he is very much capable of emotion.
Okay. I didn't want to speak for your character, so I was like,
no, absolutely.
Let me throw out broad terms until I know better.
Absolutely. You just hear him like so he looks to Kimber and like just kind of like jerks his head towards the audience, then like it's like a ring announcer.
Okay.
Like straight up, like the mic comes down and it's just like, are you ready?
Okay, like for some odd reason, I will not lie, I don't mean to interrupt, but when he said that, I felt like his chest was gonna pop open and a mini gnome was gonna walk out in a bikini with a ring card and just like walk around. Round one.
What you do see though is you hear this as this like third quick arm comes up over his head and hangs some kind of device in front of his mouth, and he grabs it and pulls it closer and hits him with a, "Are you ready?"
Yeah, no, exactly.
And the sound just reverberates to such a point to where you actually see out the windows, you see bits of snow falling off the roof. And I will say, let's see here, I should get my names correct here. Belcar, as you are walking up to the tavern, you get closer and you're like, you just see this sheet of snow and ice. You're a safe distance away, but as you just as you look up from the paper you're reading, you see the sign, the Prancing Princess Tavern. You kind of point yourself, there it is.
There it was.
There's now about a foot worth of snow and ice right in front of the door, and all down that side of the building.
What I will say is that the mic probably isn't going to go to his mouth. What it will do is it'll go to one of the speakers on his chest.
Okay.
And it's almost like a pre-recorded sound. Like There's no voice. There's no like actual thing. It's pre-recorded,
Okay.
and as like that happens, it's just like, let's get it, bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it. Just fucking like keep going with the time with the music. But yeah, that's where we're.
Okay.
I'm going to carve a hole through this ice with my dual swords.
Easy enough to do.
Just cut through it, let it fall in front of me, and just walk over it towards the door.
And as all of you are kind of having this moment of inspiration and this loudness, each of the discs you've been given begins to more intensely this time.
It's like clanging against like a
Yeah.
And in fashion with the Mandalorian's first episode, where Mando just opens the door to this tavern, you just see this hulking figure, snow in the background, and he just kind of like looks across the room, steps in, and closes the door.
How tall is this man's, real quick, just so I know?
9 feet.
Damn! Actually
He is-
said, by the way, like pre-recorded. Damn!
He is what you would say barely underneath the requirement to be medium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He steps through, has to duck through the doorway, and removes his helmet, and he's a Goliath. He's got markings across his bald head, but strangely there's a full braided, like not Celtic, what is it, Nordic braids in his beard that goes down to about mid-chest. He's an enigma. And he just kind of like looks over everybody, and if the music's still going, his eyes are definitely on the two making the music.
That is entirely up to them if they want to keep that going.
Oh yeah.
While Kimber's playing, she looks up, sees someone even bigger than the metal man who's making the music, and that wide-eyed, open-mouth look returns. But her her hands do not stop moving on this drum. She's not using sticks; she's using her fingers.
Mind you, for a man wearing full plate, he's quiet. Like, his movement is not clink clank all over the place. His footsteps don't make a single sound.
Interessant.
He kind of just looks at the two making the music and kind of just gives the and he pulls out the disc, which I'm sure is just vibrating vigorously right now.
It has kind of toned down from its initial, what seems to be some kind of proximity warning, and it is just a slow, simple.
It's still just clanging around in my chest. It's clear who's on this team.
Kimber's finally distracted enough by this that she stops playing and she grabs hers. She's like, "I took one of those. Where'd you get yours?"
You took
I
one
found
of
it.
them?
Well, I found it in a pocket. It was not my pocket.
I love it. And then at the same time she says
Oh
that,
my God.
all we see is just like a paw dropping another one on the table.
Oh
Because
yeah.
this man has just been quiet this entire time.
Please tell me you are capable of combat.
What's combat? But it's like it's in a way like she doesn't understand like the word itself. She hasn't heard that word.
Fighting.
Yeah. But I'm better at magic. I can do lots of magic. And then she like holds up her hands and minor illusions like a bunch of butterflies exploding out of her hair.
Please don't waste your spell slots.
That one doesn't take a lot.
Okay. At this point,
Does it again.
how close proximity is everybody to each other? Did you all come within enough distance to place your tokens on a table?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Andon's
Okay.
already done that.
Okay.
You're just gonna see him like root around in this chest cavity and like.
All right. As you set yours down and the other 3 are on the table, you watch as they all begin to vibrate and begin to move towards themselves, focusing on a central point and stacking each other. Just wha-chung, wha-chung. And then once they complete this little 4-stack pancake, they begin to rise. And as they do, they turn into what looks to be this liquid metal as all the seams and edges meld into a singular piece. And then it begins to thin out wider, wider, 2, 3 feet across. And then it ripples once, just across the ways. And it begins to form like a topographical 3D map of pure metal, the mountain range within Bracos. And then as it does this, it begins to do this zoom effect to where one particular part of the mountains stays, the rest fades away as that piece gets larger and takes up more space on this map.
Andon's actually
And
gonna
what I
lean in further, just to get like a
Okay.
better idea of the actual map.
what I
Okay,
know
you're
the
leaning
mountain,
in. What are you doing?
Hmm?
What was
what
that?
I know the mountain.
I would say being from here, you would know the mountain. If you want to pinpoint an area, you can roll a history check. And because you're from here, I would say with advantage.
Oh boy, my
You're from
plus
here. I mean,
one.
it makes sense.
Seeing this like massive fucking
17.
thing.
All right. 17, you know this to be aptly named the Bracos Mountain Range. It's where this region got its name, and you would know this area as the White Spine Mountains. Particularly known to be mainly the central area of don't go here. Just because nothing's been found worth value. It's harsh environment, rocky, and extremely cold.
Isn't that fitting for this mission?
The Warforged is just looking at this map, and as it like shifts together with some sort of arcane whatever, as far as he can tell, he just like cocks a head and in the chest again. Very superstitious.
Kimber is staring wide-eyed again, watches this whole thing happen, and then as the scene settles, she like wiggles her fingers doing the minor illusion again, but she sends like a pack of deer running through the mountain range with her minor illusion.
As you do this, there seems to be some kind of response from the disc, and all of the metal and the filler space in between opens up till it makes just a ring, and it begins to rise higher into the air, 8, 9, 10 feet up, before it rapidly expands, encompassing the entire party, and slams straight down, and all of you are encompassed in this white blinding light.
We're on top of the
hell
mountain
no!
now, aren't we? We're on top of the mountain now, aren't we?
Oh, definitely.
All of you find yourselves instantaneously freezing cold, in wind, in just biting temperatures and sounds of howling winds. You find yourselves far beyond where you were just seconds ago.
Kimber squeaks and then
Belcar-
yeets herself over to the tabaxi because tabaxi has fur and fur is warm, and just like koala hugs the tabaxi.
I feel like
She's
all
only
of a
like
sudden-
5 feet tall. She's small and just.
I feel like all of a sudden they're just like, he's like, what the fuck? And now it's just like a head out of his cloak right next to him. He's like, I'm cold.
Everyone make me a quick perception check. Actually, you know what? I have your passes right here. Yeah, easy enough. Everybody sees this. As you look around and look down, you can see there is this large ring of these blue arcane marks surrounding the party, and it's there for a few moments before it simply vanishes.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I recognize this kind of magic?
Is your... Yes, you may.
I'm not good at Arcana, but I'm gonna
No,
try.
but your passive is amazing, so I will allow it.
I mean, she has a great passive perception. I've got a
I
whole
will
two.
say Andon and
All of
Belkar,
9.
you
I
may
don't.
also make Arcana checks should you see fit.
That's a
Could
9.
I
I'm too
possibly?
distracted by
'Cause
the cold.
I do have advantage on it.
That's
Yeah,
an
everybody can get
11.
one.
Okay, so let me.
It was a natural one for
I don't know.
Naturally
I
one.
don't know.
Fucking
I don't
deal
know
with this
if
shit.
it rolls at
You're
advantage
distracted
for
by the
me.
child who has decided to koala hug the cat.
He's angry at the child.
I don't know. If it
Why?
rolls.
I didn't hug you.
Yeah, we
I
got
hugged the
it.
cat.
Okay.
It's because you used the magic on the actual disc before we could do anything and figure it out. That's why
I would
he's
say
mad.
that Brawler, you would have the most inclination to what this could be, and for you, especially being well traveled, you've seen extremely similar things and effects, but you didn't get enough time to look at the runes for they faded. But kind of thinking within your own mind, you're like, oh, that was probably a teleport.
Small one. Do not cast magic when it is unnecessary.
To see her like eyes peeking out from underneath the tabaxi's cloak, and it's just like, and to give you this, she's got these very wide, very innocent-looking eyes, and they're purple. They're not any normal color. They're these wide purple eyes with gold flecks in them, and she just blink. But I'm really good at magic.
I don't care.
I didn't
Now
break
we're
it.
freezing. Would you rather have a coat that's warm in this freezing temperature, or use magic on a whim?
And the Warforged is gonna like pull out like a big ass cloak that somebody probably gave him, but he has never used in the
Never
entire
used.
life.
Yeah.
Love track.
And like
Look at
presents it to Kimber.
You just watch her like shimmy down out of the cloak, out and lets go of the taxi, and it's just like a blur of motion. Zoom, grab, snatch, and it's on, and it is far too big for her. It is so big. She looks like a child who's just walked out of bed and taken the cover with them, and it like wraps around her and splays out on the ground, but she looks very happy.
Oh. That is entirely too cute. For the rest of you, as you're looking around, what you see before you is you are about a quarter of the way up
That very much understands Kimber's personality.
a mountain range. And you can see before you, I would say, with your passive perceptions, everyone can easily determine that if you're not exactly where you were, that the metallic map just showed you, you're darn close. What you do see kind of just not too far from all of you, it looks to be this like sheer break in as the range goes up. And you can see what looks to be this kind of probably about 25, 30 feet across, oddly perfect sheen of ice. I would say for Kimber and Andon, you would immediately pick up on this as being definitely formed with arcane assistance. It's just too perfect. It's too square. It's too like angular. It's not natural.
And for the first time this entire time, the group is just going to hear Andon speak, and all they hear is magic made. And he just shuts up instantly.
You just watch Kimber nod, point. but like the hand doesn't come out from under the cloak. The cloak just goes with the hand, and you just see like the pointy bit under the cloak.
Just the
This is like it's like Peanuts. It's like Peanuts Halloween. You know when they're all
Yes,
under
it
sheets and
is.
stuff, and like
It
every
is
single time
exactly
they
like
move
that.
their arm.
Oh my god. But that's what the party can surmise at this point. You do know instinctually, I would say easily enough, if you stay out in these elements too long, it's going to get very bad for most of you, if not all of you, to include those that may be native to this region. This cold in the storm here is definitely biting deeper.
There's an entrance ahead of us? Or just a structure
It is a,
of ice?
Ice.
I would say as you're looking at it now, do you have more time?
Please tell me he actually
Yeah.
starts playing that.
Yes, he did.
You just watch like Chris start to bounce in time.
Are you going to head up to inspect this sheen of ice?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Going to.
Andon's already like walking.
Okay,
The
okay. Are you
Warforged is
heading
like-
that direction, or are you going headed somewhere else?
Oh, he'd be walking towards it because he would be like, "I need to get the hell out of this cold. I'm not made for cold. I'm not a freaking snow leopard. This is
The
BS."
Warforged is gonna like bundle up Kimber and like almost make it like a hanging sack for her to just like chill out in, and just like keeps
Okay.
walking.
She's very okay with this. She will curl up in her thing. And you just hear her humming as he's playing the music.
All right. Anybody going up to the door to inspect it? I need two of you who are going to decide to lead this to give me an investigation check.
I'll put the
Okay, I got you.
One
Not
of you
ask
can
the
assist
person with
other.
10 intelligence to do.
I'll stick in the back
Okay.
with Kimber.
18?
21.
Okay. With an 18, what you're able to gather, especially your natural knowledge of these mountain ranges, is that this is definitely not made by nature. It's definitely not made by man. It's too perfect. If it was made by a creature, it was made by someone with extreme dedication.
OCD.
Yes, extreme, just focus on their craft. For you, Andon, what you notice is that this is definitely some form of a similar spell you've probably heard of, where someone can manipulate the properties of water and even shape it to certain ways.
And once again, the very quiet tabaxi turns. Shape water magic. Now he says 3 words!
He has 3 words. Oh man.
Oh boy. We have the Warforged who doesn't talk but only speaks in pre-recorded music.
Bumblebee.
We've got
Bumblebee.
the very few word tabaxi. We've got the overly energetic child and the angry just ball of muscle.
Hang
Which
on, I got
is,
something for this.
now if you think about it, this is a complete opposite
Welcome
to
to
our
D&D.
normal characters. This is the complete opposite of every one of our characters.
That is beautiful. I am
This
so
is
happy
the
to be a part of this.
anti-twisted regular crew.
I am
Yes.
so happy to be a part
I
of this.
did this
I
on
love every
purpose.
second.
Okay, and then just legit happened now, so yeah, y'all have fun with that one.
So is there like, what are we looking at? It's just a thing of ice, yeah?
Yes.
Does
What
it
you
look like
know
there's anything
is-
behind the ice?
You cannot. You feel you could probably see through it if it wasn't for the fact it just seems to fade to darkness. You're not sure if it's because there's darkness beyond it or because it is just becomes opaque after a certain point. You can't at this moment determine the depth of this structure.
So then what Mr. Brawler is going to do is he is going to like kind of like wave everybody back and like put Kimber on a sling across his chest
Oh my god.
and is
I
going
am
to
baby.
like reel back and but it's gonna stop an inch away from the ice as he casts Shatter at the ice.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
I'm gonna cast the lowest level I have it, which will be 2nd level. I don't know how much damage it was, but I'm sure
It
it
was
went to you.
10. Yes, we got it. 10 damage. Just looking at something real quick.
For the spell, sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from the point of choice within range. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point must make a Constitution saving throw, and then it just shatters everything that is not organic material or living.
I need you to please make me a straight charisma check.
Straight charisma?
Yes. 8. Okay.
Fuck.
So, Kimber, what you notice is that as he moves everybody back and pulls back, you see this kind of, you hear the gears and the certain pieces winding up, and it rattles across everything. Loud, thunderous.
No.
You watch as this entire wall is just blown to smithereens. Your dark vision immediately kicks in, and you can see down this way. Easily, you can see the full range of your dark vision, but it's only there for a moment, as almost instantaneously, the shards don't even hit the ground before they magically come back together, and once again, you are faced with the perfectly sheer wall.
Fuck.
Do you see anything down this way, or it was just like empty space?
If you want to determine anything, I'll let you use an action to make a perception check.
Yeah.
How tall is this wall again?
The wall itself is about 10 to 12 feet tall.
That's a nat 20 for 34, thank you.
Oh my goodness. As you are just in awe of this magical might from this creature who you thought couldn't get any more amazing, there is just this moment of just divine clarity as you tunnel vision in down this hallway, and you can see it looks like it probably goes down a bit because it does, your dark vision does cut off at a point, but with a natural 20, Jesus, yeah, you got this. You can see it does begin to descend, and just as it begins to close down, you can see it looks to be this large figure walking up what you presume to be steps before the wall once again blocks your vision.
He like wiggles to a better position in this little sling and pulls open so she could like talk, because it's been like just basically like nose and eyes because
Okay.
open up. Just, I saw somebody inside. He looks really big. I don't know if he's bigger than that one. And she looks over at the Goliath, but big, and goes down. And then she goes back inside.
Okay.
Oh, hell no!
And
then
as the rest of you watch this happen, what do you do?
Very simple. The moment that he sees all these changes, he's going to actually look to the Goliath, look to the top of the wall, look to the Goliath, point, Chuck.
Without a second thought, hands and ready to throw somebody all day long, he just grabs and yeets on top.
Give me a yeet check.
Just straight strength?
Straight strength. I need a yeet check.
A yeet check.
12.
12? That's so cocked in D&D Beyond.
Andon, how much do you weigh?
He weighs roughly about 80 pounds.
That's
I would
nothing.
also
I
say
have
because
powerful
Goliaths have powerful builds, so their lifting capacity is fucking
Yeah, that's why I was
nuts.
just checking out to make sure I could read that, make sure I remembered it properly.
Yep.
So yeah, it's he's a little unwieldy, so it takes a minute to like get him positioned right, because he's like, you were so quick and powerful with your grab. It's a bit of a before you just as you soar through the air, and you are beginning to come face to face with the rest of this mountain.
As he's starting to actually fly, he actually kind of like pulled out a rope that's just starting to like flow behind him at the edge of it, at the Goliath's feet, as he's just like flying above and over. He's just like, I believe I can fly. He doesn't say it, but that's exactly what's going through his head.
Just like the arms go out. I'm
on top of the
flying,
world.
Jack.
I'm on top of the world.
Yep.
Grabs rope and just yank. Just slams right into the ice.
Oh. Okay, I didn't think that far ahead. But no, so being up in the air and actually kind of like going over the top,
Mm-hmm.
he keeping an eye on everything. He would just look to see if there's anywhere that he could actually uh, shoot the arrow. I mean the rope, because he's as he's flying up, he's also kind of like knocking it onto an arrow in order to just launch, to give everybody something to climb up and over, seeing as the brute force did not take.
Okay. As you're doing that, and I think here. How far away were you when you threw him, Belcar?
On the front of the ice, like 10 feet.
Okay. I need everyone to give me a strength check.
I'm not
Everyone
scared.
to give a strength check.
I'm not scared.
Everyone.
Including myself?
Yes, please.
Oh no!
That's
I
not
made a
bad.
fighter
7.
with no strength.
It's okay. You rolled a natural 20.
Motherfuckers!
Hi.
I rolled a 17, so I'm okay with
Wow.
that.
I
You
feel
guys
like
better
me
than-
rolling these this early on is going to bode
Yeah.
really
Oh,
badly
yeah,
for
yeah,
me
yeah, yeah.
further
You'll,
in.
you'll see. You'll see.
I'm just
So
planting my feet in the ground and like hold tight.
as soon as you land and you're like, okay, where can I? There's just this explosion of outward force, similarly equal in manner to the inward force that was just given. And all of you are thrown back, no damage, and not knocked prone, but everyone is thrown back 15 feet.
So even Mr. Cat in the Air has also been thrown back?
You are thrown up and then down. I actually need you to make me an acrobatics check, please. We'll see if cats really do always land on their feet.
It's straight up that anime moment for like the war force, just like down and then.
Can I also acrobatics to try and catch?
That's a 12?
12. You went face first into the snow. You took no damage, but you are prone.
I love this.
This is fitting for
that's
David's
fine.
characters.
This is fitting for my characters.
This is on par.
I have nothing to say about that.
Hey, oh no, go
Going
ahead.
to quickly place all of you really quick. So
Quick,
5, 10, 15-ish.
Quick
You would
question,
be
Brandon.
just next to him. Yes.
Does this look like the kind of spell
There.
that might? Sorry, the kind of magic that might help with an arcane? Like, is this like an arcane lock of sorts?
I will get to that in a minute.
Okay.
And then you probably would have been about. You wouldn't have moved too much, Belcar. You would have still been a bit away, but just the afterblast would have caused you to stumble back just a bit. As all of you begin to hear a voice.
Yeah.
And you see before you, second time for you, Kimber, first time for the rest of you, this simple, not imposing, not massive, not large, white-scaled dragonborn wearing very nice robes, holding what looks to be some kind of walking staff. Their draconic features elaborated and extremely pronounced, almost to the level of where there's less flesh and less muscle, and it's more scales stretched over bone structure.
Dragonborn Lich?
As this humanoid
Not scary at all.
walks very calmly through the rubble and the ice and looks upon the rest of you.
And a cat's ass in the air.
Yep. Sets his
Okay,
staff
I'll
down.
just
Sets his staff down. Well, this is certainly interesting.
hand comes out of little cocoon and waves.
Who are all of you and why are you here?
And at this point, Andon just like kind of rips himself out of the snow, completely covered in it now, and looking more like a snow cone than an actual cat.
It's so the Warforged like looking. It's like we spinning them discs.
Okay.
Give it in his face. Hi, Kimber. Who you?
Me. My name is Sorth Icescale, steward of the Arctic Artificer, hand of the Frost Helm, and servant to the Frozen Terror.
That's a very long name.
And all of you are trespassing. Leave. Or be inspired.
Inspiring things. I just need my drum. And she like disappears back into her little cocoon. And you like hear like the cartoonist kind of like rustling around, random like meow from a cow, like trying to look for something.
And you just see this like. No, go ahead.
We are here to stop whatever the fuck is making the weather so fucking cold.
And I would say about this point, the only one to pick up on this would be Kimber. You notice as those words are spoken, the top of his staff begins to ever so gently boom.
Like wiggles her face out again and she looks over at the
Boom.
Goliath. Being mean isn't good and it's not nice and it doesn't make
man.
people like you. And she looks up to the Dragonborn. I found a thing in someone's pocket and it was like this, and she like makes the like a circle with her hands like this, and it was they were white, right? Like they were kind of like grayish, whitish.
Yes.
Yeah, she like, and they looked like snow, and I found it, and then I found them, and then the thing started to do buzz, and then it showed mountains, and then I put magic on the mountains, and then it made us go to the mountains. I don't know where I am.
Worry not, child. You will soon know exactly where you are. And as he takes the staff, lifts it up.
I'm preparing a dodge action.
Okay. He taps it
action.
twice in the ground, and all of you watch as to his left and right, the snow and ice shards that have been exploded outward begin to just start piecing together creatures. A leg, a second leg, a body, a tail.
Ooh.
Hey, important question.
Yes.
Because he's not paying attention to Andon at this point, right? He's just kind of paying attention to the other three, really? Because he's just like, stupid cat in snow, doesn't know how to freaking land on his feet.
What are you trying to do?
Oh, he's actually going to kind of like try to sneak up and try to pickpocket him.
You should have been a rogue.
You see, this makes it funnier, though.
If I may.
Roll.
Just. Oh, no,
I'm
go
going to
ahead.
need a few things if you want to go for that.
Well, honestly, what he would do is just like end up just like kind of like slinking in and just like just resting on his side and just like has an arm on his shoulder as he still stares at the other three next to him. Because he is roughly about 7 feet tall. So he's just like resting exactly like this on the Dragonborn. Like,
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Yes, we just made all the tall people and then the small child.
We're all big.
What are we doing? Sorry, I got distracted. Oh no,
That's a
he's sneaking.
23.
Real quick, as this is happening,
23.
can Kimber
Okay.
get off casting guidance on the Warforged. I don't know any of your names.
You can either call me.
None of us know anyone's names yet.
No.
You don't know anybody's names.
I'll
No.
say that Kimber. What's Kimber's passive perception?
29.
It is 29.
There is a small inscription on like one above one of the speakers that says the Bumpin' Brawler.
He's just gonna like reach up and poke his chin to cast guidance on him.
Okay. So you're sneaking up. You managed to sneak up, which in this instance is an action.
And he's just gonna count very calmly and quietly as he just nestles right next to this Dragonborn. Once again, it's if coming out of the shadow, out of existence itself.
Yeah.
And just goes, help stop snow. And it's you could see there's just you're making me talk and I don't really want to on his face.
Okay.
And he
We'll
just
get to you in a second.
Yeah.
All right.
Guidance on me. Good to know. This is gonna be fun.
So simultaneously, all this is happening at once. You're sneaking up. The snow and ice is beginning to coalesce together in two separate points to the left and right of this Dragonborn. What you see
Oh no!
is these large, multi-legged, large-fanged creatures be formed out of this snow and ice.
Oh, you bugger! Oh, I knew we shouldn't trust you. No
And then, just before we roll initiative, if you still want to pick his pocket, that'll be it. And then we're gonna roll initiative.
Screw it. He's gonna pick his pocket.
He has not noticed you.
He's picking his pocket.
Okay, roll sleight of hand, please.
That's a 14.
That does not beat his passive perception.
Yeah, crap.
Leave it to the bean. The bean has a plus 14 to sleight of hand. Let her pick people's
With that, we are going to roll initiative.
Fun fact, I have advantage.
Let's go. We have.
I got a 28.
So
this is
bad.
gonna be fun.
You have a 28.
I don't know
Okay.
what I got.
A 27.
I'll
or
fill
20,
yours in, but
23.
you got a 12.
I got a 12. Ooh,
Yep.
it's okay. Kimber can start hearing there's a small melody just starting to hum in his chest.
Rolling
it's like-
crap today.
Auto roll my monsters. Start. I'm gonna minimize the turn order on my screen. You guys can if you so choose to. I just like to keep it hidden. So, as these two creatures have begun to just make themselves literally apparate out of thin air, these large, hulking, was just seconds ago ice and snow. Their feet just and they're going to start moving in to attack. But quick on his feet. First, top initiative is Andon. What are you doing? Next in order, Kimber.
Very simple. I'm gonna Hunter's Mark the Dragonborn next to me.
Okay. What color would you like to use for Hunter's Mark? You have red, blue, green.
We can make
orange,
it red.
Purple.
We can make it red.
Done.
And with that, he's actually going to just seeing everything all at once. He's just gonna sigh into this man's ear, as if saying "Why did you make me do this?"
At this point, he does notice. He looks over. Huh?
Yeah, and now he gets a moonsickle to the face.
Okay, roll a hit.
Guys, I just want to say it's been
That's a
not
nat
serving
20 on the first
Okay.
hit.
I'm really glad this happened early, so I can explain to you how natural 20s work at my tables.
Mhm.
Oh.
Natural 20s work as you begin with the absolute maximum damage you can deal, and then you roll your weapon dice.
Oh, you do? Okay, I've seen that before. I love that.
Because nothing's worse than rolling 2 1s on a critical.
Yeah,
That's why I eliminated that from my table.
Like, James, you can add that guidance to your initiative.
That's
18
damage
we
for
already
the
have it
first.
set. It's okay. Okay.
Most people only do like a
Nice.
D4, but yeah.
No. Give me 1 second here. All right, I got it.
11
And then turn right around.
attack. I'm pretty sure 11 doesn't hit either, but
No.
that 28 does.
28 sure does.
Another 9, so that is 27 damage total. Oh wait,
Don't
I'm
forget,
sorry. I haven't forgotten
add
yet.
your hunter's mark. So, and it was on a crit, so it starts at 6 flat.
Yep.
So roll 2d6 real quick.
Actually, Brandon, just because I know the guidance only lasts for a limited amount of time, would you allow me to add that to my initiative?
Absolutely.
Okay, then I'm going to do that now.
3, so that is 30, 36,
Because I just realized.
41 total damage.
Give me a second here to get caught up with you.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay. Your damage is recorded as you are like, you just get that, and then just deftly, quickly, almost as if you were holding it the whole time, Moonsickle comes out and you make this 2 strikes. Your first one hits deep right across the bone. Not as hardy as you would like to. He did manage to move away a bit, but it was a good start to an opening attack. Now on the defensive, second swing comes down, the staff knocks it aside. You just come around over your head and sink it into his rib cage before he's able to just kind of elbow you off.
Yeah, and that would be the end of his turn. Gloomstalkers. Gotta love him for the first turn.
I'm not sure if any of y'all can hear me, but I have a +4 to that, so that would be 15.
Okay, got it. I will edit it right now.
Don't worry. I found out why I keep crashing it. It's because when I try to roll D&D dice, it makes everything go all fucky.
Oh,
You
yeah.
need to reset your acceleration on Google.
Yeah.
That is correct. Thank you for reminding me.
It's going to close all your tabs real quick, but
No,
it
I
can bring
know.
them back.
It's okay. It's okay. We're all good.
All right. Andon, you're done?
Yep, I am done.
Kimber, it is your turn.
Trying to decide if I actually want to use the spell or if I want to risk it with the Wand of Wonder and possibly fuck everything up off the bat. We're gonna start with a spell, and
Oh, it's gonna make me redo roll 20
how
again.
far away are they're one on each side, right? But how far away are they? Give or take.
Like from each other, or from you?
From me.
From you, they're about 5-10 feet. They're within close proximity. You are in Danger Town.
You're close enough to smell their breath.
Yes. Which is odd, minty
Kimber
fresh.
doesn't
Strange.
like this, and she's kind of sad that the strange man decided to be mean because she thought his scales were pretty. And she wiggles in her little satchel thing that she's been held in, and you hear her start to play on her drum, and it's a weird discordant rhythm rather than like something actually nice and pretty as she stares at, we're going to do the one over here to the right.
Okay.
And I need it to give me a wisdom save because she's going to cast Crown of Madness on it.
What is your spell save DC?
22.
That is a fail.
And yeah, so
Oh,
now it's
hang on.
mine.
I got that backwards. Yeah, still fail. Okay, that low was roll. That roll was low. So it fails.
Okay, while the target is
You
trying
said
to
the one on the right?
Yes.
Let's go with...
So here's what's going to happen. So while the target is charmed in this way, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on its head, and madness glows in its eyes. The charmed target
Holy
must use its
shit.
action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. The target can act
Who-
normally on its turn if you choose no other creature or if none are within its reach. And then I have to
Who
use my
do
action.
you choose?
What is the range of its attacks?
You would not know that, but he is
Yeah.
a big boy.
I'm going like, yeah, that's fair. So she doesn't, she can't just, gauge the things. It's big. She doesn't want it hitting the people that are with her because that wouldn't be nice. So she's going to like try and command it to reach the Dragonborn, and if it can't, there's not much she can do. But if it can, do that, and then she'll want it to move closer to him anyways when it's done taking its action.
Those are fucking huge. I didn't ever think that salamanders were that big, but my fuck.
Alright, so that was it for you?
Yes. So she's gonna tell it to smack the Dragonborn and move closer to it. And then, yeah, as a bonus action, we're gonna use this just because I can. Is going to use enthralling performance. Or no, not that one. That's the wrong one. It's Mantle of Inspiration. Thank you very much. As a bonus action. And
Okay.
as expending a use of Bardic Inspiration, everyone now has 14 temporary hit points. My allies, anyway. And
nice.
you can immediately use your reaction to move up to your speed without provoking opportunity attacks if you wish.
How many temporary hit points?
14.
14.
Sweet. So what the Tabaxi's gonna do, feeling this, he's practically going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and sit right over here and just wait. But as he's also running, he's just like instantly putting away his sickle and pulling out his bow.
How far can you
Brawler.
move? Was it half your movement or your full movement?
Full.
Okay.
Brawler is going to.
So you can get into more strategic positions if you wish now, and you won't provoke opportunity attacks.
It does
Wherever
not-
Brawler goes, Kimber goes. Because she's kind of attached to him right now.
Yes.
I don't think I can actually move my character this time, which is weird. But we are going to. Fuck it, I'm going right up for the Dragonborn. I ain't fucking playing no games.
All right, I got you. You can move it now.
Okay, cool. So we're just gonna go boop, boop, boop,
Okay.
and then I guess Kimber is gonna do the same.
Yes, she moves with you. She's in the baby carrier right now.
Kimber in a freaking papoose.
This is D&D babysitting,
So.
as
But
was
the baby
mentioned
is
earlier
a
by
fucking
Mia.
crazy
This is
spellcaster.
extreme D&D babysitting.
Yep.
Kimber's just Jack.
Belcar is gonna move up to this man's as well.
Okay.
I think that
The end of your turn, Miss Kimber?
The it for.
Yes, that is the end of my turn. I used
Okay.
action bonus action.
Man is flanked by 3 people.
Oh,
Yeah,
just
he
wait, it's gonna
is.
get worse. Just wait for my turn.
So the left creature goes first. And it has you in its range, bumping.
Let's do it.
And it has an ally on the other side of you. So it is going to make its multi-attack against you.
Now, if I may, before he casted that spell, I did prepare a dodge action. Did I not? I did say that.
You
Would
did.
you have allowed that?
You did. Your turn has not come around yet, so that is still active. So I am now reduced to a flat roll.
Oh
Quick thinking.
boy.
Very nice. Very nice. You gonna need it.
I know I'm going to need it. That's why I did it. He's got a
Brandon,
16 armor class.
Brandon,
This boy's
please don't
gonna
forget.
take-
I did
Yeah.
dodge. I did the dodge.
I took it, man.
Brandon,
I took it.
please.
I promise.
Brandon, please. You said I could have it.
You said what you said. Alrighty then. It's going to make its attacks against you. That is a natural 20.
Fuck. Okay. Oh wait. I gave him. I think I gave him. No, I gave him Mithril. Never mind. I thought I gave him Adamantine. That's my bad.
Okay.
You're good.
I did look over all of your gear, but if I forget an attribute of it, please feel free to remind me of it.
Yeah. The only thing that this does, I think, is simply
Mithril just
doesn't imply
removes the stealth
Doesn't do the
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oops. Ow.
So from the first claw strike, you take 11 points of piercing damage.
You haven't even
Okay.
gotten out of your temporary yet.
So that's
Don't
11 on the
say no.
first.
Yep. The second strike is a 25 to hit.
That hits.
7 points of slashing damage, or piercing damage.
Okay.
That is a 25 to hit on the third strike.
That'll still hit.
That is 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
We'll make its fourth and final claw attack against you.
Holy fuck.
That's a natural 20.
Motherfucker!
Oh,
Kimber is too nearby. It's good luck.
That is 11 points of piercing damage.
You know what it is?
Alright.
You know what it is? It's
And then it's
realized
going to...
you have delicious bean in pouch. It wants delicious bean.
It wants
Wants to
snack
be.
time.
It's okay.
And
It's okay.
It will now, as it finishes with these, you watch as it rears up on its back 4 legs and just unleashes on you with 2 claws, quickly jumps up further, and the bottom 2 legs slashes you. And as it begins to come down, you watch as its mouth just, and it's going to come down on you. That is a 26 to hit.
Reaction, cutting words. I am going to roll one of my inspiration die and see. No, wait. Let me see what my inspiration die is first before I even try, because this will suck. A D8. No, never mind. Just fucking
Okay.
thwack
Just
me.
hit me.
I can take it.
Aren't you glad
Hit
for
me,
those
monster,
temporary hit
one
points
more
now?
time.
Yes, I am.
Take-
But
9 points of piercing damage
you're a.
and 14 points of cold damage.
So what's the total on that?
The total would have been, it was 9 and 14, so 21.
23.
23. I don't math.
It's okay.
Neither do I.
Well,
I
you
do.
knocked him out of the triple digits already. That's fun.
And Kimber, as you are doing your thing with the spell, you notice the world gets dark for a minute. It's really cold. It didn't attack you directly, and I'm not really dead sure how to rule this, so you're not going to take any damage yet. I'll have to research this later about having a creature on a creature when you get bit by this creature. I'll check it out later.
A
For now,
creature-
I'm going to say
A creature on a creature, bit by a creature, unsure
bit by a
if
creature.
it even
That a
chewed
bit
on
by
the
a creature is
creature.
large enough to eat you, but it didn't target you, so it seems a little unfair to me. So, but it's
So
cold.
am I
It's
getting
dark.
swallowed?
No, you're not
this
getting
is-
swallowed. I'm just saying for
Okay.
just a moment. It's cold. It's dark, and then you feel this lifting sensation before clunk. He's let go of the mouth of this creature, and it begins to rear back from its bite.
All right,
Okay.
next one. Hit me.
Now the other one is going to go.
Isn't the other one still under Kimber's control?
Mhm.
Yes, it is. Let me see here. The charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turns, and you told it to attack the Dragonborn, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
It is not in range of the Dragonborn. It cannot use its action to attack.
Yeah.
What it can do to attack the Dragonborn at range. Actually, I need to check something real quick. What was the specific command you gave it?
It was just attack the Dragonborn.
Okay.
As beaten.
Why all of a
Okay.
sudden am I scared for the 3 of you?
We're all about to die.
Who would notice this? Well, Andon, you would notice this, and because you were dropped facing this direction, Bumpin, you would notice as the other creature has this thorny arcane crown surrounding its skull. It flashes up, and its lights, its eyes begin to take on the same speckling that you've noticed within Kimber's. And it looks at the Dragonborn, and you can see its muscles flex like it's ready to strike, but it can't. It can't reach him. So instead, it rears back, and you watch as this cold energy begins to drip from its mouth, and it unleashes its freezing breath upon all of you. I need everyone that's in that little group to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh.
I am so glad of the fact that I got away.
I can't roll above a 5.
See, I knew those nat 20s were going to screw me over for something important later on.
How did
I knew it.
I don't know.
So, Brawler, that is a fail.
I have
Kimber.
resistance to cold. Can I have an advantage?
No, but we will have
No?
the damage.
Okay. Damn.
He's trying. He's trying.
tried.
I
Okay.
need to roll for my Dragonborn.
And I need to see if I can maintain concentration.
Once that, yes, we'll see.
Nope.
What's the damage?
I lost it.
Okay.
Oh no.
Where is
I
his
tried.
saving throw?
It was
There they
it
are.
was a bit yeah. It was not great.
I need
He's
to pull up a
not
stat
proficient
sheet.
in these. He also fails, but he is also resistant, so he will take half damage. Each of you take 36 points of cold damage. Halved for you, Belkar, and halved for my Dragonborn.
Not too bad. Thought it was gonna be worse.
Yeah, speak for yourself. I am now below half.
And then as it does that, you see as soon as it exhales the breath, Andon being the only one unaffected by this and having the clarity in this moment, you watch as the crown begins to and shatters.
Here we go. Here we
I was
go.
just shivering inside of her little cocoon.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. We're gonna make it. We're gonna do good.
Elcare, it is your turn with Bumpin' on deck.
Do I get advantage on him from where I'm standing currently?
For your currently standing, no, but the ice wall door there is shattered beyond belief. It's part of the map layer, so I can't remove it, but you can stand there.
Right there?
Yes.
Now do I have
Absolutely.
advantage?
Yes, now you do have advantage. Kind sir, would you please roll an attack with advantage?
I get 3 of those.
Oh, man.
That's a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
It's 8 damage. And then we're going to do another one. Actually, sorry, I have 4 attacks. That's a crit. Actually,
Nice.
both die were crits because I have 18 to 20 are crits for me.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a crit. So max damage would be my max crit.
Your max dice damage, anything that procs on a crit, such as brutal critical, sneak attack, any situational things that proc on a crit. So everything that goes into your damage roll, instantaneously max that, and then roll your damage dice and add it all together. These criticals are great for rogues,
Okay.
paladins, and
So-
enemies.
So,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I just want to clarify.
Sure.
So normal rolling a crit is 2d8, right, for me, plus
Okay.
5.
Okay.
Would I max that, or do I max just the regular damage and then roll another one?
You would max all of that. So you would start with 16 plus, what's your modifier for attacking?
So 16 plus 5, so 21.
Plus 5. So 21 is your base. Now just
then-
roll your dice damage.
Roll another 2d8, or just
Yes.
the regular?
2d8.
Holy fuck.
Every
He's like,
every dice that goes into your attack roll on a
that's-
crit gets added into this.
30
These are
times.
huge. Yes. I went too many years rolling
35
ones and
damage.
twos on crits. I will never let it happen again.
How much damage, Riley?
35.
35.
Fuck. And then
I get 2 more attacks, and this is gonna be my offhand. But I'm a dual wielder, and I have the fighting.
Two-hand fighting.
Yeah, the martial. Yeah,
Nice,
2-hand fighting.
nice.
So
Damn.
we're gonna roll both of those with advantage. Come
Go for
on.
it. Come on.
That's another crit.
Nice.
Quick question to you.
What's up?
I have a longsword of sharpness.
Mhm.
On a natural 20, it deals 4 or 14. Is that count for when I crit, or is it only if I get a nat 20?
Is the wording specifically state on the natural 20?
When you attack a creature with this weapon and roll a 20 on the attack roll.
It must be a 20.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no, if it was more generally clarified as when you crit, good to go. But it says on the 20.
Crit, so that's another. Wait, why is it saying I only get a +2 to that? Should be a +5. I think. I'm so confused. Longswords are strength, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can be strength or dex, I believe. No, just strength.
No,
Longswords
just
are
strength.
strength.
Why is my longsword coming across as if it was only a +2? Oh, I didn't think.
Well, your strength is a 2.
I'm a dex. I'm dex build,
Yeah.
but I
Hmm.
brought longswords.
You brought.
give me 1 second.
You brought
No, I'll tell you what.
spoons. You brought
Here.
spoons
Hold
to a
on.
knife.
If you can
fight.
quickly-
brain didn't work. Let me see if there's something with the same along the same line.
For the rest of your turn, just go ahead and use your dex modifier and do the math in your head. And then as it comes around to you again,
so that's
just find
an
a quick rapier version.
additional 3.
Okay.
And then so that's for the first 2 attacks. So additional 6 damage.
6.
This is supposed to be a 3 to
And
both.
got it.
This one was, I need to roll that again, but that's going to be 16 plus
3, so that's 19.
So 21.
Oh.
21. And then I need to roll it. 21 plus 19, so 40 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to
Nice.
roll one more. Not as good. That's a 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
It would be higher because of your modifier. So it would be
So
14.
that would be
15,
17.
16, 17.
Plus
17.
5, plus 5, plus 10. That's supposed to be a plus 10, so that's a
17.
Yeah.
17 does not hit this creature.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, I will figure this out in a second here.
No, you're good to go. Good to go.
I'm not
Find
going to action
rapiers.
search or anything else.
Find
You're good.
rapiers.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do. If I
Just
can't
toss
find
on
it
like a
here-
rapier of +1, +2, and just remember the properties from the longswords, and good to go.
okay.
So all of you watch as this large hulking Goliath figure just calmly, compressed anger, shifts himself around to the other side of this spellcaster dragonborn as the 2 longswords come out and just starts carving into this creature. There are cries of pain, and you can see for a moment, especially for you, Bumpin', and even more especially for you, Miss Kimber, you can see a familiar look in the eyes of a worried individual. But
Okay.
with that, Bumpin', it is your turn.
So,
What would you like to do?
because these things are fucking huge, and I think we need some backup. You're gonna hear from the chest. It's just a bum ba-dum ba-dum bum ba-dum ba-dum. Bring the lion out. Bring the lion out. And you see from the back, this ball shoots up into the air and then slowly unfurls and folds out into a singular golden plated lion. And it is going to land beside Bumpin'. This is my use of Figurine of Wondrous Power Golden Lions. So I now have a lion on the field, and I have 2 of these, but I am only using 1 currently. And what it's going to do is on its turn, I think it shares my initiative. Let me just check this really quickly.
Alright, not gonna lie, I'm actually a little bit jealous of the fact that you guys all got all these like really fancy things.
Where does it land?
I am gonna have it land right next to.
Actually, you know what? Hang on. There you go. Put it where you want.
Oh yeah. Okay. So it is. So let me just check its movement here. Oh, it's got 50 feet. Sweet. Okay.
What's its size? Is it medium or large?
It is a large beast.
All right, give me a second. There you go.
So this motherfucker is going to come all the way around here, and
we'll say that Kimber doesn't see it. So you're baby right now. You are.
Fair. She was just gonna be like, kitty.
Actually, you know what? I know it says I can't use it like this until another 7 days if I do both of them, but you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do both because I can do both on 1 action. So we're gonna make the other one show up, and it's gonna go for the other big fucko. And they're both going to take pounce attacks because that means I can run at them and throw themselves at these motherfuckers. So with a 20 feet straight moving forward at the creature,
you should be able to move that one too.
Okay, cool. I love that you came prepared with this. So
yes,
they both just like actually, you know what? Because it's got to move straight, it's gonna beeline directly towards each of them, and they're both gonna make pounce attacks. So just as a thing, so that way you understand, if the lion moves at least 20 feet straight forward at a creature, and then hits it with a claw attack on the same turn, the target must succeed a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. If the target is knocked prone, the lion can make 1 bite attack against it as a bonus action. So we're going to do this now.
Okay.
We're gonna say
it's getting real. It's oh man.
This should be projecting to you. I don't know for sure.
I've got it. It's
so. Oh, that's
here. That does not hit.
Fuck. Okay, then we'll roll for the other one.
Go ahead. That does hit.
Cool. So I need a DC 13 strength saving throw.
Would this be the left or the right?
This would be this one. The fucking left one. Listen, I'm dumb.
If you put your mouse over it, you can click and hold and ping.
Yeah, very simple. Glowing eye, non-glowing eye.
Yeah. So that one.
You need what kind of strength saving throw?
DC 13.
Got it. Give me 1 second. Was it saving throw or check?
Saving throw.
Okay.
I hope this fucking thing goes down, for fuck's sakes.
What's the DC?
13.
12.
Oh! Okay. So for the claw attack, I'll roll that damage first.
Wow. So, Andon, what you notice is out the back, you see ping, ping, these 2 panels quickly open up, and these small little objects just instantly grow into size and land. One landing on the creature on the right. The one on the left, the projection wasn't quite right, kind of missed it a bit, so it lands in the snow and skids and roars at the large creature, but the right one landed on it, and it just starts tearing into it.
Okay, so that was the damage for the first claw attack, and then we're gonna roll for the bite. Come on, dice guys.
But that does not hit.
Shit. Okay. Well, it is still knocked prone, and it is technically pinned under this motherfucker. So.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, Bumpin is going to be like, is gonna like kind of like open the pouch a bit, and just like, I don't have a song for this in mind, but like think like just a gentle lullaby kind of vibe, just like a little tinny lullaby, and we're gonna cast. If I have it, I think I do. It should. Yeah, I have healing words, so we're gonna cast that at 3rd level.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, do
15 healing.
On who?
Kimber.
15 on Kimber.
There's a little bean in his pouch that just got hit with ice. It's gonna help, even though
Yes,
he's like,
it does.
even though he's just like dying over here currently. He looks into this pouch and like his face is all banged up, and like there's probably a pothole in his neck.
There's dents everywhere.
He's like,
Yeah.
he don't look good. He don't look he looks like kind of beaten up. Like the Lions thing was like order of last resort.
Is that it for your turn, sir?
That will be it for my turn.
Alrighty then. We're going to move. It is now the Dragonborn's turn.
Yeah.
And he is not looking too good.
Yeah.
What does anybody here speak Draconic?
Let me check.
Good question.
Elgar
No
does
idea.
not.
No, I speak common, giant, and undercommon.
He mutters something in this.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
I do.
What you hear, Andon, is miserable pests. You will all be food for my master. And he is going to cast a spell.
As he says that,
Okay.
in common, very simply, he's just gonna go. He would end up having a very large hairball if he were to eat me, and at the same time, be like, can somebody stop him from uttering magic? And like, this would be the longest sentence he's ever said to these people.
Can anybody prevent a spellcaster from completing a spell?
Nobody took counterspell or anything?
All right, never mind.
I'm not high
Okay.
enough.
I'm
Well
a
then.
fighter.
You watch as he
Only other caster in this party, and I didn't.
he'll take the staff and he's to twirl around a bit, casting the spell, and then he slams into the ground, and you watch as he is gone.
Doesn't have access to counterspell.
I
He just
wanted to
leaves.
He leaves.
So
Rude.
wait, what happens with my
Y'all
hunter's
wrecked
mark?
his day. He is out.
So, my hunter's mark. That's still on
What
his
level
ass.
did you cast it at?
Oh, that would have been. Oh fuck. Good question. I gotta think about that.
Would you cast it at base level?
Honestly, he would probably have casted at 4th, just because he didn't know if his ass was gonna go down at once. He tends
Okay.
to just like, he sees somebody with money because that's what he saw from this guy. He's like, he has monies.
As you maintain your concentration on this ping, and you can very barely feel the thread of connection between you and your prey. It is deep within the mountain. It is far reaching, but it is still there.
Okay. He's just gonna be like, I have him.
Top of initiative. Andon, it is your turn.
Yeah, he's not really happy right now because he's just like, free money has disappeared. And then it's just, so this one is the one that's currently prone, right?
The right
Yes.
one?
Yeah. This one.
On the left.
No, the one with the glowing eyes is prone, I believe.
Oh no, it was the one without. Remember? That was the one he missed on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, I
Correct.
did try to ping it.
So stone
you're good.
statue one is prone. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Stone is prone. Stone is prone.
Okay. He's gonna take out his bow and he's gonna take 2 shots.
I'm just going to move your creature slightly off of the
You
other
have
token.
disadvantage on
Yeah.
those.
Why?
Ranged
Because
attacks have
prone-
disadvantage on prone creatures.
You get advantage if you're within 5 feet on prone.
With melee.
All right then. Never mind. He's just gonna attack the other one then. That's fine.
Yeah, no, I just.
It doesn't
we'd
really
rather let you-
matter. That's a 32.
Yeah, that hits.
Fuck you, dice. That's a 10 damage.
Got
and
it.
for his second attack is that a nut? That was a nut 1. Never mind.
That does not hit.
And that would be the end of his turn.
Okay.
Damn you, dice.
Kimber, it is your turn. Bean.
Trying to decide if the bean is going to wreck someone's day, or if she's going to heal him up, or is she going to wait till later to heal him up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do this just to make life easier for everyone. She'll heal him up after, and she just peeks out again and stares at the one because she can only see the one, right? She can't see the other one because it's like behind her. Can she?
I would
Because
say
we got kind of moved around, right?
he's-
It like bit him, lifted him
he's-
up, turned him
he's
around.
technically still facing towards where the Dragonborn was. So the one that is technically behind you, which would be the left one, is blocked from your vision. But you can see the one to the right, the one with
Yeah,
the glowing
okay.
eyes. You can see that one.
And she's going to look at it and just. That's not very nice. I just met them, but I don't want you to hurt them. And she, as she does that, it's vicious mockery, and I need another wisdom save, please.
Okay. Let me see. Get sure this right. So that's you. Ooh, I have.
Your breath smells like old peppermint.
What is your spell save DC?
22.
Wow, that is a fail.
It's gonna take all of 5 damage because I rolled 2 1s on the damage, but
It has
also
disadvantage on its next attack.
attack.
Just the first of attacks, correct? Not all of them, just the one
And has
first.
disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
the first one.
That was your action. Bonus action?
I don't have anything useful. Or do
Healing
I?
words?
Wait,
Possible healing
Mhm.
words?
Mm?
I didn't take healing word. I have cure wounds.
Fair, okay. I took both. I always take both.
Oh, but this is. So my mantle of inspiration doesn't say anything about how many times I can use it. It's just a bonus action.
I would
It
personally
doesn't-
need more research.
I'm
but-
looking. I will screenshot this and send it to you
It's
right
technically as many times as you have inspiration die, so
Yes,
you can use
so
it
it
as
would
many times
expend-
as you have inspiration.
now. Another inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna expend another point of
Okay.
inspiration to
14
mantle
hit
of
points.
inspiration.
Is there a
14
range on
temporary.
this?
Bonus action. Oh, okay. Wait. You.
I just want to see if Andon
can
gets included
see-
or not.
That you can see within 60 feet.
Okay, you can see all your teammates.
You all get 14 hit points, temporary hit points, and you can move
Oh.
without provoking opportunity attacks.
And you can move.
Then Bumpin is going
Do you get to move your full movement?
You can move up to your full movement.
I am going to make it so let me ask you something, DM. This
What's up?
spot on the other side of the big lizard, right over like so where this guy is
Uh-huh.
there any way I can get behind him and flank with my lion with my movement of 30?
You mean just come right up here?
Yes, you could go here or here.
Yes. That's-
Easily. This would be your full 30, I believe. This will just be 25.
Yeah, I want to get within fucking beat down distance of this motherfucker right here.
You have achieved beatdown radius.
Okay, and then Kimber is gonna get dragged. So.
Yep. Kong, kong, kong,
Like,
kong,
we're
kong,
running
kong, kong, kong,
now!
kong. And she's like,
Now I get to gear up for my
You
next.
just hear a
turn.
bunch of random jingling from inside the papoose.
just all the things she's found and acquired.
Mm-hmm.
It's canon that everything she's owned, she has found.
Stolen. Yeah.
Hey Shaq,
Found.
you said
What?
more
Right.
temp HP?
14 temp.
Another
If you
14?
didn't lose the
It
first
overrides
well,
whatever
you
you
all would have
currently
lost
have.
it. You all would have lost it, so.
Yeah, we all would have lost it.
Except
But now you
Andon,
have
because
more.
he ran away.
And then we can move, right?
You
Yeah.
can
Yes,
move
up
up
to
to
your
your full
full.
movement without provoking attacks of opportunity, which this is baller ability, by the way. This is nice.
I'm gonna move
16th
down
level.
here to try and flank this one.
What level
Okay.
does that even come at for Glamour Bards? Hold on.
Who knows?
What do I feel like the whole prone and ranged thing making a disadvantage should
That's a
just
third level.
stop working once it becomes a large enough creature.
I agree with you totally, and I'm going to probably implement that here after this couple of sessions.
It's
Yeah,
just
he
like
It's a
doesn't wanna-
valid point.
that thing.
He
is
doesn't want to
valid
give it to
point.
me right now because he's just like,
Not right now.
damn, I
no.
ruined it for him. Let me just.
I need to consult the council.
Like that thing laying down is as tall as a regular person. What do you mean I can hit it?
What do you mean?
It's like his ass is still in the air, even though his body is down. I should be able to hit it.
Andon, are you moving or are you going to stay put?
Oh no! Oh wait, hold on. And then he's just going to kind of like move back and out
The
of
sound of the
range.
dice.
He's like, I already
think
had
that was his
ice to the
mouth.
face.
That was
once
his
today.
brain trying to process the thoughts. Like, what do I want to do?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We are children.
Yes, we are, but it's good.
Okay.
He's gonna be like, right.
Did everybody put in?
here.
Did everybody put in their temp HP?
Yes.
Yes.
Did everybody do their movement?
Yes.
Yes.
I did.
Do you have anything else for your turn, Miss Kimber?
No, because that was my action and bonus action.
Okay.
And I'm kind of, stuck in a bundle. I can't move on my own.
You're more than welcome to break free.
You can.
Eh,
Warm here.
meh.
If I want to
Warm.
move, I have a very convenient way of doing it
Very
that
true.
will not involve me struggling out of the cloth. I just haven't used it yet.
Yeah.
All right, then. This is
Anyway,
the
it is
left one, which is going to make it's going to make all of its attacks. Well, it's going to begin to make its attacks against the creature that proned it. So it's going to. Is it? You said it was pinned.
Yeah.
Does it become restrained or grappled?
I think it would be like a contested strength roll, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me look at your item.
It's an actual lion stat sheet, so I'm looking at that right now. No, it doesn't say that it's pinned,
So it just knocked
but
it
it
prone.
did get knocked prone, and there is a big thing. There is a big thing on top of it, though, so I don't know how you would want to rule that.
Yeah, but it's a size larger. So
Oh, okay, fair. Okay, it is.
The
It
other
is a large
creature-
creature.
is just going to shove your lion off of it as it gets up to its feet and angrily looks at this now smaller creature. Oh, that's almost like this bestial, how dare you, in its eyes. And it's going to start striking at your lion.
Do it. This thing's gonna die after this. I can already tell.
This thing's
It's got-
going to die.
It's got 26 hit points, man. It's not gonna last long.
Don't hurt the kitty.
The other kitty said, I'm gonna stay back here and out of range.
Don't hurt
That
the
is
big
a
kitty.
16 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That is 11 points of piercing damage.
I'm gonna have to make sure that I'm getting a calculator, so hold on.
Okay.
Because I can't do it there. So 26 minus 11. It already don't look happy, so let's go.
Okay. The second attack is a 28
That'll hit.
for 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
The third attack is a natural 20.
Yeah.
That is for 12 points of slashing damage.
Hey, Mr. DM, how would you like
Yeah.
to do this?
What happens when this creature dies? It's of arcane nature. It's not actually a lion.
Just
Correct.
reverse
No,
back-
so
reverse
the
back
way
to
that
the
I'm
statue.
doing this is that it actually is like something like a built-in apparatus, so it will return to him.
Okay. So as
But
it begins to just it's called quickly unleashing its attacks, and you watch as if this creature is just shredded to nothingness. Just pieces of metal are flying. What should have been rendered flesh is flying off before you just see just lands in the snow.
Yeah.
It turns to you there, Belcair, and will make its bite attack against you.
Fucking dare you.
Gonna try and eat the
That is
Goliath.
a 23 to hit.
That fucking hits. God damn it.
You take 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And 8 points reduced to 4 cold damage.
Oh no, I'm down to 222.
Oh, lucky you. Fucking me sitting here at 61.
Bard's pouting in the corner.
Ranger sitting comfortably in his fur.
And now the other one's gonna go. And I need a D6 really quick. Damn it.
No cold breath for you.
Nope. But he is going to unleash his attacks on a combination of Kimber and the Warforged. You're
Can
right there.
see the beam now.
You are right there in front of him. It's snack time.
Oh no, I have a horrible AC.
Yeah, so do I, and
Beans.
I'm already almost dead.
Beans make a great snack.
It's going to make its first claw attack against you, Mr. Warforged. That is a 15 a hit.
Nope.
The claw comes in, and you manage to you punch the claw as it comes in, like you meet it claw for fist, just boom. See it kind of comes in for the other one. That is a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is
Actually,
dice, I can't see. Yeah.
Cutting words.
Roll it.
Come on, baby.
Salted so hard it doesn't hit you.
Actually, I'm gonna try and see how do I roll on this because I don't want to keep rolling on D&D Beyond and having it glitch out my shit every time.
As you look at the Roll20 screen, on the left-hand side, you'll see look appears to be a D20. If you hover over it, you will see D4, D6, D8. Hovering over those will roll 1, and then as you go across the table, you'll see an option to roll 2 D4, 3 D4, 4 D4. Do you see those?
I'm not seeing those, but it's a wait, there we go.
Bottom left.
So I think I'm a D8 at this level, so we're gonna go 1.
Brings it down to 16.
Oh fuck! It still just hits. Okay.
You rolled a 6 on your D8.
Fuck. Okay.
So that is 8 points of slashing damage for the second claw. Third claw is going to go towards the bean. That is now your character's name.
It's not even Kimber anymore. It's just the beam.
That sounds about right. That is her title.
That's a 26 to hit.
Yeah.
That is 11 points of slashing damage.
Oh.
Make its fourth attack. 27 to hit.
God damn.
That is 6
Ouch.
points of slashing damage. And then the bite is going to be on the Warforged.
Fuck.
That is a 28 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So scared right now.
That is 7 points of piercing damage. And 7 points of cold damage.
So 14.
As it crunches into you. Again, with that awful, icy fang of just rows of
Peppermint.
teeth.
And then the smell of overwhelming peppermint.
Essentially, yeah. Oil and peppermint.
Kimber screaming.
Listen,
yeah.
At least it's cleaning out your sinuses, you know?
He actually lifts you up a bit and like ragdolls you, like drops you on the ground.
Like a dog and a snake.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I know exactly what I'm going to do right now.
At the end of its turn, it's going to stay there. Belcair. It's your turn.
These are not at advantage, Red, because there's nothing next to it
There's
anymore.
there's nothing there with you. Sorry, bud.
Ouchies. Okay.
Big oof.
Yeah, these things aren't meant to last long. They're just meant to
That's
be
another
more of a
crit.
distraction.
Damn. Nice.
So that'll be 16 plus 8, 24 plus 18, 42,
Okay.
I think. Yeah, 42. And then I'm going to do another swing with that. That's not as good, but 17.
17 does hit.
Cool. Regular piercing. So that's going to be 10 damage. And then my 2 offhand attacks. 15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
23 to hit.
23 does hit.
And that'll be 13 damage. And then, how bad is it looking?
It's got some cuts on it.
These things are not going to go down easy.
Fuck it. We're going to go for an action surge.
Yes. I love fighters, man. They're so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're still standing? Cool. I'll do it again.
Pretty much. Natural 20.
Yes. Sorry.
So that's another 20.
I get too hype.
4 plus.
This man's was built for crits. This is what he is. He's just
20,
every.
That's another 42.
Nice.
And then another one. 21 to hit.
That hits.
That's low damage. That's 9.
All right.
And then we're going to do another one. 24.
Oh, yeah.
And 10 damage.
It's looking pretty rough.
Question.
Yeah.
That says he
It's
took
not-
off his limiter.
It's up. It's up to the DM's discretion on action surge whether or not I need another bonus action.
I'll say we'll just stick to just your action gets refreshed.
That's typically how it goes, but I always like to check
Yeah.
with the DM. Sometimes they allow it. All right, that is my turn.
Okay. Bumpin' Brawler. What would you like to do with your turn?
So, after just taking a raw ass beating, you see quickly, boom, boom, are you ready to rumble? And he grows using Giant's Might to become a large creature. And not only are we going to take these attacks, but we're going to take off our limiter too, and we're going for 4 straight fucking hits with fists. Let's go.
Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have a map space to make you a large creature here, but we'll just
okay.
pretend for theater of mind
is,
you're a large
it is.
creature.
It is A-okay. So, first attack.
Kimber, as you
I'm
are
higher up.
the being in this, you begin to notice the cloth that's wrapping you gets a little snugger. Not a lot, just a little more snuggly. You're like, why is going on? I'm taller. 26, that definitely hits.
Okay, we'll roll the damage. So that'll be...
Got it.
Okay. Next attack.
Natural 1 does not hit.
Okay. Then we're going for... another
14 does not hit.
motherfucker.
24, that'll hit.
Okay, damage on that. And then after that, I rolled 2 more D8 of additional weapon damage because of Giant's Might.
Is that for each strike or just
Yes,
in
for
total?
each-
Okay, so
for each
roll
strike.
4d8.
4d8? Oh, no, sorry. 1d8 per strike.
Okay, okay,
My
okay,
bad.
okay.
My bad.
Got it, an extra 6.
So, give it to me straight, DM. How much damage did I actually do?
I don't know, because I just recorded as I saw it.
Okay.
16
Fair enough.
plus whatever your
And then what the lion is now going to do is the
Did you
lion.
roll at advantage?
I did not. Okay, so
we'll say. So hang on, I got this. Give me a second here.
oh, okay. I don't count that then.
Your first one hit. Your second one missed. Your third one hit. So this would be your fourth strike, correct?
Well, I already did the 4 strikes. Remember, you said I missed on the third, the second and the third, and then the fourth.
Yeah, I'm doubling up your dice rolls. So
Oh, okay.
You have 2 more attacks with advantage.
Mhm.
Okay.
2 more with advantage. So there's that one.
Did it
Roll
hit?
more time. Yeah, that one hit. I was looking for the crit. Your last 2 hit.
Okay. Do I roll again, or am I done?
You got it. I
Okay,
need
cool.
damage dice for 2 hits.
Okay, so then there's 1, there's 2, and then I'll roll the 2d8 in here. 2d8.
Nice.
So
Another.
So it's a combination of, like, as he grows, not only do you hear "Are you ready?" but it's here comes the y'all don't really want it, like, boom, and he just fucking like starts speeding like fucking Rocky Balboa bullshit, just like.
So, Kimber, as you are getting a little more snugger, you're actually thankful for this because you realize he's jostling around a lot, but you can feel the oomph on every hit as these metal bowling balls of fists just puncture against this creature's scales and hide.
And those are magical weapon damage, by the way, just because of the arcane propulsion arm.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
And
Eat
then what
that
is your
shit.
lion going to do?
Yes, the lion. So the lion is going to, because it has 50 feet of movement, it is going to back up here, and then it's going to make the
As
running
it moves
start.
away.
Yes, right. Opportunity attack. Go ahead.
It will make its bite attack against it.
Do it.
That is a 28 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That is 11 points of piercing
Okay.
and 4 points of cold.
Okay. Like I said, these things were basically meant to be, suicide bombers, so we're just fucking giving her. And what it is going to do is it is going to leap, and because so it has advantage as long as there's another person there with pack tactics.
Okay.
So it is going to leap up using its running leap, and it is going to fucking come down and try and basically beat this bitch into the ground. So we are going to make the first attack at advantage, which would be the claw attack.
That hits.
Did I roll? Okay, so that was advantage.
Yep.
And then, so I need a DC 13 strength save just so I know how to continue this.
Okay. That would be this one. $18.
Okay, no, it succeeds. So it is only going to take the claw attack damage, which is fine. So there's that.
Alrighty.
And that will be, you know what? Actually, yeah, no, it's going to just kind of stay right there and wait for the barrage of bullshit that's about to hit on its face.
Okay. Top of initiative. Andon, it's your turn.
Alrighty. Of the two little beasties, which one looks more wounded?
The one over here looks like it's pretty rough. Your companion, I wouldn't call him friend yet, but your companion has dealt quite some hefty attacks against it. You're beginning to see scale and hide ripped open, weak points for you to hit against.
Oh yeah, no, that's exactly what he'd be aiming at. So that's a 25 to hit for the first.
Oh yeah, that hits.
For 12 damage.
Got it.
And a nat 20 for the second.
God bless. Nice.
So that's
We are
16
crit
plus
today.
another 12, so that is 28 damage.
Okay.
And let me see. No, there'd be nothing else he can do because that would end up overriding Hunter's Mark, and he's not going to do that. Alright, that'd be the end of his turn.
All right. Belcare, give me a perception check real quick.
My
Please.
passive 23 do anything?
In this moment, I would need a check.
Well, that's a 32.
32, as you are standing here just striking against this creature, you know an attacks are about to come in on it, and you get up with the guard and ready, and you watch as one claw comes up, and it begins to come down furiously against you. And as it comes down halfway through, it just loses all the wind in its sails, and you watch as this creature just goes head first, its claw actually overreaching beyond you, you landing just in safely, like in the crevice of its armpit, essentially, as the creature goes unmoving. And as you look across the way, you can see two freshly planted arrows into the weak spot you had earlier carved your blades into. This creature is slain.
Yeah! Yeah, and from a
Belcar
distance, especially with that 32, all he sees is this Tabaxi's eyes glow with money because he just sees scales and nails and teeth. He's just like, money.
So Belcar will toss his.
Oddly
one of
enough,
his-
its eyes have been replaced by $2 signs.
Belcar will toss his sword in the air and grab it, reverse grip, and then just give a thumbs up out in his direction. And then look over to the other beast.
With that, though, Kimber, it is your turn.
Can she tell that Bumpin is having like a really rough time? I'm not gonna ask his hit points as meta, but like, can she tell? He's really,
You
really
felt
getting-
him take some pretty ferocious hits. You would imagine, man, he's either super stout or he is about to be done.
And like you did kind of see his face when he poked in there for healing word. He was already looking pretty fucking bad there.
What's your max health, by the way, James?
Me? It's currently 141. This boy is not.
Metaphorically, how are you feeling from like 1 to 141?
That is the dirtiest way to answer that. You son of a gun.
Oh man.
Coming for you, boy. I'm about to go full fucking Rocky Balboa, motherfucker.
It's
You
the
need
best
swords.
way.
I use my bare ass hands.
It's the
Kimber,
best way to
what would you like
metagame
to
without
do?
metagaming.
You're not wrong. Not
In
wrong.
character
If
ask
she
how you
peeks
doing
her
at
head
a
out,
141.
can she look at the monster and see how bad the monster looks?
The monster seems like it's taking some attacks. You can see some where like a bit of the scales are crunched here or there, where it's been
Yeah.
punched.
Because the debate is, do I heal now or wait till later when I can possibly do more and attempt to maybe attack the thing, or do I just heal now and stay ahead?
Not to
You did it.
metagame, but I'm at like 53 out of those 141. Now I'm kind of. I'm scared, man. I've never had a character go this far down before.
Metagaming without
Unintentionally.
metagaming. All of a sudden, she just notices that there's ink patches on the cloth holding her. That wasn't there before.
So do that.
Perfect. Perfect.
I finally
Okay.
found where I can see all the rolls, and I'm calculating my damage as we speak, just trying to figure shit out.
We're gonna. Take up. Okay, fine. We will.
Cool.
Cool. She's very concerned about him, so we will upcast a Cure Wounds to 3rd level.
Oh man. Go ahead and roll that healing.
What the world needs today.
Where'd it go?
Little spiritual healing.
I need it. It's not rolling for me. I'll roll it myself.
Okay.
But it's gonna be 3d8 plus 6. $22 healing.
Okay. You recover 22 hit points.
And I have any good
Little
bonus
better.
actions to
Little
use
better.
right now.
It's like when you put like hot water against a car that has a dent in it, and you just kind of see the boom, boom, boom.
You guys,
It's
odd
like,
enough, you
just-
do begin to hear like, pong.
You just hear like the hand peeks out, like not really looking, finds his face awkwardly, just kind of like
the little kid trying to find mom's
Yeah.
face. Just...
like you feel better, and she's gonna do that. And the interesting thing is you don't hear like the drumming as she does it this time. And as she does that, she uses it's a feature that comes with the focus she's using right now is that she will teleport 15 feet to an unoccupied space.
You?
Stick her face out.
Is it just you?
Yes.
Okay.
Because she's gonna try and like, so let's see, where do I want to go?
You have 15 feet.
So 1, 2, like right there.
Okay. Gotcha.
And she just like the cloth goes slack, and then Kimber just kind of like in a cloud of golden sparkles appears 15 feet away, and she starts shivering because it's like really heckin' cold.
Oh yeah.
She just kind of like stares wide-eyed in hopes that like maybe she can distract this thing. She's there now, and that's all I got.
Okay. That creature is dead. And the other creature will turn its focus to your lion, as it is the most recent thing to attack it, and try to pin it down. And it took this as a personal matter.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fucking dare you try to hold me down, bud.
How dare you?
You see icicles
And
hanging
when,
from the
I'm
flowers
saying
in her hair
It's
after that.
20 to hit.
20 to hit? Yeah.
That
Oh,
is
jeez.
7 points of piercing damage.
Uh,
25 to hit.
How do you want to do this, DM? Number
The
2.
first hit or second hit?
The second hit, no matter what,
Second
it's
hit.
gonna go down. It's 4
It's
hit
just-
points.
Turns around, faces you, Warforge,
Let's do it.
and is going
I
to
just
keep
got
snacking.
healed.
He's
Let's
gonna try to
And
keep
Kimber make
snacking.
a really loud noise in hopes of attracting attention.
The snack is
Uh,
out in the open now.
You can try, sure.
What should I roll for this?
Uh,
Can I roll performance? Can she start banging her drum loudly to try
that
and gain the attention?
that would be more into like using a help action on your turn to
That's fair.
distract it. So I'll say you can yell at it and feel good about yourself.
I'm gonna yell at it and feel good about myself for
Okay.
trying.
Yell at it and feel good about yourself, but it's still going to attack the Warforged.
Okay, that's fine. I gave you some healing.
It's
I
okay.
tried.
It's okay. I'll outlast these hits at least.
I didn't want it to bite me again.
24 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
The fourth
Slash
claw
piercing.
comes across. 27.
That'll hit.
11 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Then the bite comes down. Natural 20.
Mm,
There went all that healing.
Yep. No, I'm literally right back where I was until I see what this damage is.
That's 15 points of piercing damage
Okay.
and
Healing was good for something.
18 points of cold damage.
Ooh. Okay. So now as this motherfucker lets go,
Mm-hmm.
it's like circuits and wires and.
Kimber, you watch as the bite comes down and it grabs the large Warforged in its mouth and picks it up a bit. You see its muscles are tensing to pick up this larger creature, and it just shakes it left, shakes it right, realizes it can't move it that far. He moves like maybe 2 or 3 feet left and right before it just plops him down. Just blah.
He's not dead yet. He's got 20 hit points, but we're fucking.
I don't care. It is your turn. What would
Do
you like to
it.
do?
I will sprint over and just start fucking slashing. It's advantage because flanking.
Move back 1 square
Oh,
and like,
here.
well, that creature's gone. Yeah, so you could stand over 1 more, and you're good to go.
Cool. I will do that and advantage.
Yes.
Roll that.
He's just
Oh,
like,
God.
give me all the
22
advantage
to
right
hit?
now.
Oh yeah, that hits.
That is a 13 damage.
Got it.
That is a 23 to hit
Hits.
with 12 damage.
Got it.
Oh, I accidentally fucked that one up. There we go. 20 to hit
20 hits.
with 13 damage.
Got it.
And one last one. Bonus action. Give me that crit. Come on. Crit.
Yes. Nice.
So that it's
Woo.
lower damage, but that's all right. That's going to be 16 plus 5, 21. I need to roll crit damage for this.
Oh, don't kill it
Plus-
before it's my turn again. Well, it's so
And
crazy.
So 31 damage.
Got it. Okay.
Fortunately, I don't have anything else I can do, so that'll be my turn.
All right. Bumpin', it is your turn.
Take it down.
This creature's looking rough. Looking pretty. Like you see your ally come over and just start carving pieces out of it. You begin to
So-
see the creature's breathing heavier.
So you're gonna.
Eyes are starting to dart around, looking for an escape route.
So as accurate as a sound I can make for this, you hear just the. And he's just gonna fucking go in for 2 strikes to try and
Okay.
fucking knock this bitch on his ass with advantage.
Roll advantage. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so
A 19 and a 10. 19 hits. Roll the
okay.
damage.
I will roll the damage after I roll these because
Okay.
I wanna get all of it.
Both of your
Need-
strikes hit.
Okay, cool. So boom, and boom, and then the 2d8 because of Giant's Might. And what I'm going to want him to do is for the first attack, I need him to make me a DC 16 Strength saving throw. Did that not? Oh, it didn't show up there. Okay, hold on.
11.
So that 11 plus 5, so that'd be 16 because of the 2d8 I just rolled. I'm able to roll it on D&D Beyond again.
Okay, got it.
And then DC 16 Strength saving throw
Fail.
because I'm going to use. Oh, so you motherfucker are now. Let me read this because I'm using the Rune Knight's Fire Rune,
Hell yeah.
Oh.
which means
Nice.
Restrained and it
you
takes
are
fire
now
damage.
yeah, you're restrained and you take 2d6 fire damage.
Roll the damage.
That'll be another 4 fire damage.
It has 4 hit points left.
Oh,
You
what?
kill the creature. No, you kill the creature. You did it. Good job.
Okay. So this man, it's boom, And as he does, it like blazes with a flame, like these little holes on the outside of this ball-like fist just and fucking fires forward, and these shackles expel out from like the corners of the fist, and it opens up to like become a flamethrower and like wraps this motherfucker and chains it against the wall so it burns to cinders.
Yeah. I'm not going to take it from this man. You all see that happen.
Meanwhile, that's happening. And then it's just going to calmly walk up.
We're going to hold right there.
And just pull up take the actual arrows out of the body. That's it.
Okay. Because we're going to go to break.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Back in like 10 minutes, guys.
I know it ran a bit late, but we're back in 10 minutes.
Alrighty.
We don't have any set time.
I will definitely be setting time like I always do. Give me a second, everybody. Oh, I'll take us off there. So we'll be back soon, guys.
weapon that deals extra damage.
Yeah. Or take.
And we are back.
know. Welcome back, everybody. I hope
taking
you are
a Vorpal
having. Yeah. I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am. I hope the table's having a blast.
Yeah, well, that lion, that whole lion thing was like a 1 in every 7 days move. So like, let's hope we don't encounter anything like that again.
True, that is a big baller move.
I know that we're going to, and that scares me. But that's
Yeah.
We're all fucked.
But as these creatures fall, and you now look over, you see the second one, and you notice that it has begun to slowly turn back into the snow and the ice that originally formed it.
And the money signs disappear from and on.
You have a really sad cat now.
Kimber immediately goes running over to Bumpin and just like she just like panic, like he looks really bad, and then she just kind of like hugs him,
say, fucked up.
and she like holds him really close, and she's like shivering, freaking cold, and she looks to the others and just if we could go inside, I have big spell it could do good, and maybe get better. It's just like having a time, just like panicked and the cold and just
Okay.
Bumpin's just gonna slowly like half open the little sling. Like he's fucked. Like his joints, like one of his
takes her
other
head and
arm-
she's like grabbing his leg.
Okay. It's like, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Like, one arm is like dislocated and like dangling. It's like fucking half of his face has been like pounded in again. And there's
Let's get
definitely
inside.
a few pot shots. And he's like, yeah. And slowly reduces in size and just starts walking towards the cave. All like, barely even able to lift Kimber on his leg type thing. Like, it's nuts.
Don't move with him. You're not gonna make him carry her right now.
As we start walking, and then it's just gonna kind of like walk in front and just kind of like point in the general direction of where the hunter's mark is like pinging him from.
Okay. It is leading you somewhere into the depths of the mountain. Again, the thread is stretched thin, and you would know this feeling that it's far.
Yeah.
Okay, as you head in, I would like a marching order. Because as you begin to move into this area, you notice it rapidly narrows down to about a 8 to 9-ish depending ceiling, but only about 5 to 7 foot wide gap.
Belcar will take front.
Okay.
There's right next to Bumpin.
Yeah, Bumpin is probably gonna like stay well in the back where he knows not a lot of the danger is gonna be.
And it's
right
gonna
now.
be directly in the back as the last person to keep
Okay.
an eye on everything behind them. And also because of the fact he sees that there's pieces coming off of the giant warforged. So he's
Yeah,
like,
accurate.
let me stand behind the man, so at least kind of buffer a little bit.
Yeah.
Pick up some pieces as they fall. I don't lose anything.
We may bring a joke.
I was taking a drink.
So
It's like you're slowly starting to hear like the song "Pain" by 3 Days Grace.
Yeah.
Start hearing this really weird song.
Pain.
I hurt myself
That
today.
Johnny Cash, that's better. That's better. Give me that. I can't believe I missed that one. Fuck me. Okay.
As you all
Uh,
head into this area, you notice that it does begin to head down in the staircase. Go ahead.
Ceiling was 8-9.
8, 9. Some
Cool.
parts you'll
So
have to like.
I'm just gonna have to duck. I have to take my helmet off because no matter what, that'll scrape. like,
Yeah.
like, it's my height's 9 foot. The top of the helmet, if you can look at it in the character art,
You got the peakies.
it's got the horns that stick straight up. So it's just like cool under the arm and just
Well,
walk.
this is just unfortunate. But as you do begin to head down, The light begins to find trouble piercing through this, and those of you that have dark vision, it begins to kick in as you begin to head down what looks to be some kind of roughly carved stairs. But as you travel further down, 10, 20, 30, 40 feet at a general angle downward, they turn into less roughly shaped and carved steps into progressively more pristine and well worked stone.
Does anybody not have dark vision?
Warforged does.
One
Does
of you.
Warforged have dark vision?
One of you does not have dark vision.
Warforged didn't. No, wait.
No,
The
Warforged don't.
does not have dark vision.
Yeah.
No,
Does the Tabaxi?
Yes.
I don't think
Everyone
Goliaths
else does.
I don't think Goliaths have dark vision.
I have 60 feet.
He has
Do you?
60 feet. Yes.
Does
What?
Does
Okay.
Bumpin seem to be struggling to walk? In
Yeah.
not just because
It
he's
is
beat up, but
Bumpin-
like
it is
like he
Bumpin's
can't really
choice.
see where he's
It
going.
is the player's choice to react as he sees fit to the succumbing
could-
darkness.
You could interpret like the vague, like he kind of stops every so often and like takes stock and tries to like see ever so like barely, but it's
Timber reaches up and gently taps his chest as she casts light, because Asimar.
Okay.
And
Well, before you do that, just want to offer something. I'm gonna take out my rapier of sharpness. I think it's the rapier. It might be the defender. Yeah, rapier of sharpness, and it was on the previous one. I could shed like 10 feet of bright light if I speak an action word,
For how long?
as long as it's drawn.
Do you speak the action word?
Yes.
Okay, give me a moment here to put an aura on your character for light.
Let me
be in a
just-
different scene. 'Cause I'm still
yeah, because I can't see.
We're
it.
about to be. I haven't pulled you over yet. I was getting the marching order lined up and getting all this
Okay.
properly coded and situated. Is it bright or dim light, Mr. Riley?
Sorry, shed bright light in a 10-foot radius, dim light for an additional 10 feet. So bright 10, dim 20.
I thought I had to
gonna be
sneeze,
cool
so I
and make the
quickly
Warforged
racked
glow,
my
but
mic up
okay.
because I thought I was going to sneeze,
It
and
made
then
a-
this
made
sneeze
a-
didn't
made
come.
Made the Warforged have glowing eyes. You could have made it like headlights of a car.
Could have.
Shut up.
Is light a cantrip?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like an actual spell slot.
No, it's a cantrip.
If that, well, what's the range that it sheds light?
20 foot and then dim for 20 feet. So I could shed light for 40 feet.
If it's cantrip, you can just do that instead. Never mind.
Yeah, so put it out at your Warforged eyes.
I can't reach his eyes.
Yeah,
She's
fair
gonna
enough.
reach up on it and just gonna tap, and his entire body begins to glow. But it's
Okay.
not just like regular light, because you can color the light according to the spell.
Yes. How far
it's
is the bright
purple.
light?
20 feet.
And then dim light for 20 feet after.
He's glowing purple, because purple is her favorite color.
I can do that.
And actually, it helps with seeing in the dark. Those wavelengths of light are actually very nice for dark seeing. Usually
That they
red's
are.
the
Doesn't know that. She just thinks purple is pretty.
Oh,
No.
that is. Oh.
Just case. Okay. I can't wait to see this now.
Okay.
Does it
actually glow
purple?
Just do me a favor. Don't move your tokens until I ask you to.
Okay.
I've got you set up. As you all head down and you cast the spell, the sight seen before you is as such.
Hold on.
It's actually glowing purple.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Okay. Well, that's pretty badass.
That's sick.
And
So they're walking-
assuming what I can see here is 60 feet of dark vision.
Yes.
Okay.
As they're walking, Kimber will speak up, and is it any less cold inside?
It is less cold in the fact that there is no wind.
Yeah, like
Yeah, that's it. It's not temperaturely warmer. It's just
no
warmer
wind,
because there's
no
no
wind.
wind
yeeting cold at
constantly
you.
just yeeting cold at you.
So
With that,
she, yeah,
you need to check
as
something
they're
real quick.
walking, she's still
Yeah.
kind of like shivering and just, um, um, we can find somewhere. Um, I can do a spell that'll make people feel better just a little bit.
With you in front there, Belcare, and I would say you probably have a history of dungeon diving. I would imagine so.
Mhm.
You do notice in the light a very faint bit of symbols on the floor where the ground seems to level out.
That's a magic trap. Yeah.
Should probably
fuck
roll
that.
for that there, Riley.
Arcana. Does it look like magic runes?
It does look to be written with purpose. If you want to check it out, you are more than welcome to get closer and roll investigation or arcana.
Both are perfect.
What's your bonus to Arcana?
+1.
I have a +2 in advantage. Do you want me to roll it?
You can't. You're in the middle and you can't get past me. I take up this entire corridor.
Oh.
You can. You're not in combat. You can shove to one side. You can kind of crab walk past you.
It's gonna be pretty easy because
But
now
you just instead of like that, you hear.
no, it's gonna be even
It's a
easier in the
squeegee.
fact that
It's a squeegee going
Yeah.
to his glass.
it's even.
And Kimber is following.
See, the
Yeah.
problem is the Warforged body does not give like a human one
Well,
does.
no. See, as you say
Does not
that,
give.
you
You're like,
realize.
So
You
I'm
realize
being forced
though.
into a wall.
Hold on. You realize that beast probably made this man's double jointed, right? Like he's just like.
You got a point there.
So I'll let the two of you switch token places.
So.
Kimber's with him.
Yeah. So.
As the so.
Or not. It's just like, oh, Nico.
Well, no, you
There
can
you go.
you can move if you want.
Kimber's just basically attached to his leg.
So I'll roll Arcana advantage.
Take one more step forward.
One
so
more
you'll be
step.
next to it. Yeah, just so you'll be next to it.
Yeah. So.
With
Yeah,
a
so-
21, you look at this and you're like, oh, I know this spell. It's alarm.
You
But then
hear.
you start looking at it closer
Okay.
and you realize it's been altered.
Oh.
There are parts of this that seem to mesh with message.
Okay. Okay. So he's gonna turn behind him. It's a trap.
Oh my god, I hate you so much.
That's all he can. That's all he's gonna do. He can't dispel it. He doesn't have any dispel magic or any of that shit. So
Fun fact, I don't think anybody has dispel magic.
how high do these glyphs, like these runes, go for? And do they look like with that 21? Can I tell if it's like if we touch it?
Looking at it, you can see there does look to be the familiar writing and scrawls of alarm on the outermost perimeter of it.
Okay.
And then it begins to corkscrew inward, almost like a spiral, and that's where it begins to mesh with the sending. And it's very odd, but incredibly intelligent the way it's put together.
Can we go over the area, or do we have to step? Like, would it be a step-on thing?
I think if we pass through it, no matter what we do, we're gonna fucking
You
get.
do notice that the space that Bumpin is standing in, it does begin to go up at a 45-degree angle. The ceiling does, so it begins to open up there. to a larger, taller ceiling.
Can I
So,
yeet people over the top of this? Is my real question.
like, to
You are
get
more
them,
than welcome to try.
I would.
Before being yeeted, because tabaxi and climbing, uh, is he being told anything about this, by the way?
Well, yeah, because
You probably
Bumpin'
heard him
just yelled
say
back,
it's a trap.
"It's a trap!
So
It's very much a trap."
he's going to sit there and think, and his tail is going like about a fairly fast speed, and he's just gonna look up at the ceiling, like look towards the group.
Where you're standing now, you're still at the 8 to 9 foot ceiling. It doesn't open up until where Bumpin' is standing.
He's just gonna very calmly just say, "Kneel," and then he's gonna put his claws into the actual wall next to him, as if he's saying like, "I'll climb up and over and see what I can do."
I mean, Bumpin's just gonna like. It's less of a kneel and more of a.
You go to kneel and your knee joint snaps, and you are just down.
Does everybody get low enough for the little
I do my
tabaxi?
best.
Okay, go ahead and make me a. I'll let you choose. Do you want to strength this or do you want to dex this? So athletics or acrobatics?
Oh no, he's gonna do acrobatics. He's definitely doing acrobatics for this.
All right, roll me an acrobatics check, please.
That would be a 24.
24. Yeah, you just look in and just instinct almost takes over, and you put your shoulder against the far right wall, and there's just a thud, 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 deftly, quickly, and right as you get just above Bumpin's head, you look up, and you can, for that pause and moment, you see where the angle it goes up. You can potentially launch your body high enough over whatever the trap is to not trigger it, and you fling, and if you so wish, you may land yourself in any square, but no more further than this.
No, that's exactly where he would land.
Yeah, you sail presumably over the effects, because you all watch as he breaks pretty much the breachway here of where this doorway is and lands just
It's all. So is it just at the door, or is it all across the room?
nothing seems to have. It's just the rune is just right there on the circle. Is it not visible on the screen? Did I not put on the right layer?
Not that
I
I
see.
can see.
I can see it.
I can see it.
Hold on. Let me. Oh! Now I see it. Okay.
It's
Okay.
very lightly drawn. You would notice, I would say, with your passive insights, you would be able to figure out that this was written in this particular ink for a reason.
Okay. So
can he see if it changed in any way from the moment that he landed?
The rune, what do you?
The rune, mainly just to see if it did actually trigger, and just for him to just shrug, be like, all right, never mind.
It seems like there was no effect.
So can I athletics my way to try and like basically grip onto the sides of the wall and just like shimmy around it?
Yeah, you get up and you kind of clunk, put your knee joint back into place.
And I'll roll the athletics.
Strength it in. 31. Yeah. And I'll say even you, hell, I'll give it to you. You're probably still attached. You take fucking Bean and you're like, Bean, get on my back. You put her on like a backpack. And just
I told you the backpack was gonna happen.
Yeah,
the Warforged strength comes through clutch, and you crawl all the way up to the now 12-foot ceiling as it has opened up where you were standing, and you just get around. So you can choose left or right by one or two by a square.
I'm gonna go to the right. So
Okay.
wait, opposites. So it's gonna be that one.
There you go. And if you just want to put yourself right next to him, there you go. The only one left is Belkar.
He's gonna start from where he is
Okay.
and sprint forward
Okay.
Land on the tabaxi. He's gonna land on the tabaxi.
and try an acrobatics over the tabaxi and
Wanna
the
try to-
rune.
Okay. Roll me acrobatics, please.
He's gonna land on the tabaxi.
Depends what he rolls. 15, you hit the tabaxi.
Can I just say that I'm so glad that I decided to put my expertise in athletics?
So you sheathe your weapons, and you're like, well, Warforged can climb. Tabaxi can do it. I can do it.
Me and him have the same.
These giant Goliath strides. And on the last one, your foot lands, and as you push off, there was this little pebble you didn't see, and you lose a bit of momentum as you push up, like, "Ah!" And you just almost ass over tea kettle, flip forward, passing over the rune, and you just boom right into the tabaxi. You
Please tell me he
knocked
makes that cat
prone
like
onto the ground.
sound.
Yes, yes, he does.
You are both knocked prone onto the ground.
Kimber just starts giggling like crazy.
Shit.
That's not a nice word.
You just hear hissing and the slight screech from being
Yeah.
landed on top of.
Okay, I need to.
Kimber will shimmy down off of Bumpin's back and kind of look around into the room.
Give me a perception check.
Apparently, this is just my lot for the night. The nat 20
34.
perception checks for another 34.
Okay. But I made a lot of notes. What you do notice down here immediately and oddly enough is that the only thing that would tell you that you were beside a mountain would be the ground. Because everything else is extremely well worked stone. Whatever they had to carve through to get to this area was tough and extremely difficult to mine through because the walls have held up however long it's been here. They actually have like etched into the walls brick shapes, very pristine, very just out of place for what would be some kind of under mountain cavern. None of this is natural. Nothing.
This. Yeesh. Yikes.
What you also notice is that there seems to be a pile of ballista bolts off to the side there, just stacked up right there. You do notice there looks to be a pathway to the left and a pathway that leads further into the mountain.
But as far as she can tell, there doesn't seem to be anything.
There doesn't seem to be anything threatening,
Okay.
beyond out of place, outside of the pristine work. Like, this
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
master
this wasn't-
craftsman level stuff.
In what direction is the hunter's mark coming from? That he can
Somewhere
kind
through this direction.
of feel? Okay.
Essentially,
Really?
on this map, we will use north, south, east, west. You may not actually be facing that way, but for the other mind, if you ask direction, it's going to say north, south, east.
Yeah.
For you, it feels like it's coming from the south.
Okay.
Really quickly, you're gonna see our good Warforged boy, still not feeling so hot, is going to take out like what looks like a bunch of different like little tiny implements and start like working away at himself. Because I'm gonna use second wind because I'm still at 20 hit points, and if anything comes out of this, I'm fucking dead.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
he's taking care of that. Anton's just gonna look to the others. I scout. and he's just gonna kind of like slowly walk towards like this hallway and peek around the corner, but without actually like kind of putting his like body in view, because like he saw the ballista bolts and he's just like, I don't like the way that looks.
Okay. As you look down, they're going to give me a perception check, please.
Yep.
You get hit in the face with a ballista bolt.
Kimber just kind of, and then he walks away. Oh, and then she's going to move to like the
29.
center.
29.
What you can notice is with that well of a detail is you look down this hallway and you know how far your dark vision goes. Something seems to be blocking it after about 10, 11, 12 feet. It just, your vision cannot penetrate this wall of darkness.
He would look towards the others and just say, careful, no see hall. And then he just quietly and carefully, being mindful of ballista balls and the direction that they kind of look like they came from, walk over and kind of like peer down this hallway as well, just to see what else is there.
Your dark vision continues as normal, and you can just see what looks to be the rest of a continuation of this hallway.
While he's looking, Kimber moves to the center of the room, if I'm allowed to move.
You are allowed to move.
Um,
Just don't stray too far without letting me know where you're going.
no, she's going right there, and she's
Okay.
going to sit down. And for the first time, you see the bean sit still. She's not bouncing, she's not moving, and she pulls out her drum and starts to play a song. And this spell takes 10 minutes to cast. But
Okay.
so she sits there for 10 minutes. Still, the
Okay.
only thing she's doing is playing, and at the end of it, the walls of the room line with tables that are covered in food as she casts Hero's Feast.
Fantastic.
Right.
And there's also things for the Warforged, like oil and whatever. I don't know what you have in meat.
So for 10 minutes, what are the rest of you doing?
So hold up. What were the effects of Hero's Feast first? Now that I think about it.
You
So
get
you're all
two
gonna
rolls.
here. So it takes an hour to consume, so we're definitely short resting here, and it will disappear at the end. You gain 12 to your max hit points. You also gain 12 hit points back. So now your max hit points increase by 12. We are cured of all diseases and poison. We become immune to poison and frightened, and we make all wisdom saving throws at advantage for the next 24 hours.
Then
Ballin'.
if we are bedding down for a minute, we're gonna take a few hit dice and we're gonna try and like fuck around with my body here and figure out if I can, actually function properly.
Okay, so you begin taking a short rest as soon as you see her start casting.
Yeah.
And as
I'm
as we short rest, she will, and after she finishes casting the spell, she will play another song to use Song of Rest, so that all the people in the room regain hit points at the end of your short rest by spending one or more hit dice, and you each gain an extra 1d10 hit points
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going
on
to
top of whatever you're
use-
rolling your hit dice.
I'm gonna roll my bardic hit dice. So that would be 6.
All right.
So that's plus
So you're preparing to
23.
take a short rest. You're still looking down the hallway, and then
That was a total of 1 for me, but okay.
Belcare, for 10 minutes, what would you like to do? As you see the small female individual just plop down in the middle of the room and start playing on her drums.
He's just gonna wait for whatever the hell she's doing.
Quick question: when you're using hit dice, do you add your con modifier to each one or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so then I rolled
Okay.
6. Hang
So
on.
for you, Andon, you look down and you can see what looks to be the continuation of this hallway. And then you begin to hear the beating of the drum. And you look over and you can see it looks like she's preparing some kind of spell.
I just
Okay.
rolled 1 hit die and got everything back that I was missing.
I rolled 2 and got back what I was missing.
I rolled none because I didn't lose any HP.
I was only down by
Fuck you.
6.
The bards took everything, which is not how it's supposed to be.
God.
No?
Yeah, no, I am. I'm fucked up.
All right, so all of you wait for this spell to be completed, and as it does, you notice the small bowl that she had set in front of her begins to actually fragment and crack, and it breaks. And you watch as each piece of it begins to kind of float off, staying about within 5 to 10 feet of her, and that piece begins to elongate and enlarge and become a table. And each of the other pieces begin to turn into silverware, cups, plates, various other things. And you see this spread of tons of foods to whatever her liking is, because it is her imagination that makes the food. So what foods are produced for your
I feel like this
teammates?
is all candy.
No, it's not all candy. She can rarely get her hands on candy. You would find a lot of foods that are more commonly found in bakeries. So you're gonna find
Pastries.
You're gonna find pastries. You're gonna find bread rolls. You're gonna find cookies, like those things.
Yes.
But like the
Tea sandwiches, like the small
Yes.
triangle sandwiches.
yes, like
Perfect.
tons of bakery items. There's tea off in a corner. There's coffee in another place. And you'll see a few other things like, you know, like a chicken, like a roast chicken or something. But but definitely like the main course, the big thing is this massive bowl of beef stew. Like just this
Oh
huge
my
pot
God,
of beef
that
stew,
is amazing.
which is
Yes.
canonically Kimber's absolute favorite meal. And it is the recipe she made up herself while
Oh, no.
traveling. So, yes, enjoy. And she like
Warforged
gets
is
up and
gonna
kind of does like a really happy little wiggle as she goes up and starts grabbing food.
Okay. Have
The
you
Warforged
rolled
is just
the HP?
I
for them
did.
yet?
At the 2d10
Yeah.
came out to 12, so max
Okay.
your max goes up by 12 and you heal
Okay.
by that amount
All
as
of
well.
you are welcome to use your short rest. Use your hit dice. You're restoring missing hit points. Your short rest abilities are reset. If you have no
Action
conversation,
surge.
Yay.
Yes,
Oh, so
yes,
good.
yes.
Ugh, I am for the players. I fucking love it. Okay. Is there anything y'all want to handle over this hour short rest, or do you just want to pick up directly afterwards?
Belcar will eat one of the entire roasted chickens.
He is also going to do what we discussed on the break and spend a lot of time making that like could save you from death little thing. And
okay,
so you guys
all
watch
of you
her.
watch as she has like a chicken leg here, the beef stew over there. She also has this like small white cloth that has various herbs and other remedy ingredients that she's ground up into it to make this like this firm paste onto this kind of white cloth.
You don't know where this kit came from either. It just kind of appears, and she like as if she took it from somewhere, and then it's there, and then she's making this stuff, and she like shoves it into a little container, puts it back, rolls it up with everything else, and then like her hands move, and then it's gone again, and you have no idea where it went.
Bumpin is just grabbing a bunch of like the metal pieces that she said were on there, and like you see like his hand like where all like the little flames came out for the fire rune. Now it's like a condensed blowtorch. She's just
You notice as you pick up what looks to be, you think it was a piece of metal, but it's cake. You thought it was metal, but it's cake, and you go to put it against your body. You're like, all right, well, let me just at least, and then as you place it against, as you place it against your form, it turns from cake to metal and begins to almost in a mending style heal you.
That is sick.
I will say that is how you get your 14 points of increase to your maximum hit points.
Ooh,
wait,
I like that.
Kimber sees this. She like watches and she gets really excited and she grabs a cupcake and she goes over and she sort of like smears it on another thing and watches it turn to metal and begins to just like food finger paint up his wounds.
He's just gonna let it happen. He's not gonna fight now. Then he's just okay.
So Kimber just made.
She's gonna Goliath because she doesn't know if he got hurt or not, and her fingers are just covered in like
Do not
crossing and things, and she
touch
like
me.
reaches up to like go and
do
smear.
not touch me with that.
Instead.
And like the Warfer is just gonna like look at this Goliath like, really, bro? Really? Like no words, just like even with an expressionless face, he's just gonna be like, you're gonna treat a kid like this? You really gonna do
heals
that?
you. It only makes me messy.
Messy is fun. Messy makes people smile.
He just like you like gestures to the kid like she's right.
And the Tabaxi is just like sitting over, munching on some chicken, and just like thinking like, should I just walk down this hallway a little bit?
Fucking confused about this enigma of a child. She just made a healing potion out of 11 herbs and spices from KFC's fucking menu.
The KFC potion.
Smeared cake on a fucking metal being and it turned into metal. Like, he's just like, what is...
11
He's not
herbs and
even
spices.
supposed to be here.
Oh, and you'll never know who was. You got the bean instead. Some great adventurer had his pocket picked by the child and she ran off to take his adventure instead.
Is he really that great of an adventurer if he let some child take it from him?
I have a plus 14 to sleight of hand, thank you very much, which I would like to try and put to use now. Can I please try and sleight of hand smear something on his arm without him seeing?
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
Because
Why?
it's funny.
And because
Take
you're
notes.
being such a stick in the mud.
I know what his passive perception is, so roll well.
You got this.
27.
Without nay a wiser soul in the entire room aside from you, because only you had the perception passively acquired to see this, able to make a little, just a quick little, a K in the icing right on his little butt cheek.
Not very little.
Like she does it as like she goes to pass him, so
Yeah.
like it's just like a casual thing.
Yeah, you do
and
the
then
whole,
she goes.
the fake pout, and you stomp behind him, stomping your feet, and then keep going.
Just Kimber is now Zorro. Kimber is now Zorro.
And then she goes back to the table to shove more food in her face.
Yep. Everybody taking their long rest abilities, everything reset, hit dash roll, good to go.
Is it long rest or short rest?
Short rest.
Short rest, yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
All right. So as the hour comes to its completion and it ends, you notice any leftover food, any discarded food, anything not eaten, just begins to just vanish, along with the table, parts of the bowl, as it is consumed during this casting of the spell. And you are left once again in this cold, but not frigid, windy cold room.
Remind me, like, it's just immunity to poison, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And frightened. Kimber will go back to Bumpin because he's nice to her, and she will make grabby hands at the cloak he's got wrapped around him because it's cold.
No, without a doubt, like the two balls just like converge together and like lift up underneath the arms and just.
And this
All
time
right.
she's gonna like have her head stick out and arms, so it's like it just comes up right under her armpits and she sits there and just like
And like it's just out of the speakers, it's like the stones on the airship glow and glow, glow and glow.
Oh
just
my
like
God.
like straight up like king time music.
Yep.
To be clear, she is like about 18 years old. She doesn't know how old she is, but like she's not technically a child. but...
She's a child.
No, but she acts like one, so like
Yes.
he's gonna go with it. He's just gonna make sure she's having fun and having a good time with dealing with shithead Goliath.
I was gonna be a pain in the ass and say since it's magical armor, it can't be messed. Like, it can't make a mess on it. It doesn't
Oh, there
get
is a
dirty.
specific armor that's like that, but
Too bad, Riley. You have a
And
firm
so like
I'm
as they
letting
like
it
start
happen.
moving around, she's gonna like poke Bumpin and then like dart her eyes in between him and the mark and him and the mark she made and him and the mark she made while no one else is looking and hope that he notices.
Bubbin will just kind of like take a look
With
and then just
a-
like bring up a
yeah,
massive fist.
you've got enough.
And then just bring up a massive fist and like wait for like a bump.
Pink.
She says that too, and she goes, "Oop."
All right. What would you all like to do?
So
Actually,
there's one hallway. I assume we've probably taken a look at this point. One hallway that's
He's looking down
Dark.
the hallway.
there's dark, and then there's the other one that
As you
seems
look down that hallway further, and then what you can notice is that it looks like it does come to an end, and there's some kind of. It's pretty far out there. Give me a perception check, please.
Who?
At the cusp, Andon. He's at the front, and he's looking down that hallway. .22. Actively looking. You can see it looks like there was some kind of a cave-in or a collapse that is straight down. But you do notice looks to be a break in the wall off to the left, probably about 3/4 of the way down. Looks like probably another opening off to the left.
He looks at everybody and just goes, cave in, opening.
Kimber is far more curious about the dark hallway, and she's going to like she's gonna ask Bumpin to stand at the entrance of it so she could look at it, and it's just like it's just dark, right? Just see dark.
You've been in some travels, I'm sure, but it's strange that your dark vision just stops after like 5 feet.
Timber being Timber. Like pull a dagger out of her stuff. She's
Okay.
going to boop the dagger with light. It's purple
Okay.
again. She's gonna yeet the dagger into the darkness
As you
and see if
throw the
anything
dagger,
happens.
it vanishes into the darkness.
And she just goes,
Clang, 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 clang.
Can she hear it land or does
Oh, yeah.
no sound?
Hmm.
So okay, so it goes further.
Uh-huh.
The light.
At this point, I need Bumpin to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yeah,
Oh.
thought so.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But also it's Bean.
No, I figured you're good. 20.
20? That is a success. I also need Kimber to make a dexterity saving throw with
Well,
disadvantage.
If she's on him, wouldn't she go
She is
with
on
him?
you, yes. But she still needs to dodge it herself.
Oh, no.
21.
That is also a success.
Sheesh. Okay.
As you see,
Just like into the bag, into the cloak sling.
you both take 7 points of piercing damage as a ballista bolt comes straight out of the darkness, and there's just a quick moment for you to recognize, oh, and you move, and it clips both of you as it into the stonework, right between the Goliath and the Tabaxi.
Yeah, no, I wasn't stepping in front of that shit. That's why I put him where he is.
It not gonna lie, that's a backseat is currently on the wall, like 10 feet up, like.
It kind of peeks out. I found where the things came from.
The backseat is not a happy camper right now.
I would say, Kimber, what you pick up on is
think it's like him. And she points it at Bumpin. And she like wiggles out a bit more. It sounds like him when he moves.
Let's not test the reload time of
Are
a
you both
ballista.
still standing there?
You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to swing Kimber around to my back,
Okay.
and I am going to use my Hail Rune to gain in resistance for 1 minute to piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And I am going to charge.
Okay. As you run forward, you should make me a dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
As he does that, Kimber's gonna cast guidance.
That is a
Yikes.
fail.
That is a fail.
But you did just
actually-
get, she got in there quick enough. I'll let you have the guidance.
But I'll also use Indomitable
Okay.
because I don't think the guidance is going to help. I'll try the
Or
guidance
save-
first.
Yeah.
I'll try the guidance first.
Plus a D4.
I'm guessing a 13 does not save.
A 13 does not save.
So Indomitable.
Okay. That is
I
worse.
only used that once.
Motherfucker. Okay. I'll take the damage. It's fine. He's still going to keep running at it. He don't give a shit.
How far
You
in
take
is
12 points, reduced to 6, because you did take your rune. So you take
Yeah.
6 points of piercing damage. And you... So for the purposes of this, we're going to enter kind of a loose initiative.
So
As you
I'll
run
roll.
into... It was difficult for me to get the effect right with the darkness, so it's going to look a little wonky for you as you run into this, but just know that anything in the sphere you're about to see is sheer perfect darkness. To include yourself, because your light is extinguished when you run into the sphere.
Okay.
So what's your movement speed?
30.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You're in perfect darkness. Are you going to use your action to dash?
I'm in there with him.
Oh yeah, you're in perfect darkness.
I will... Let me see here.
Both of you watch as they just disappear into this darkness. This
Just hear
this
Kimber
little-
just wee.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you something. Could I be allowed to make either an investigation or a perception check to see if I can hear how far away this thing is from me?
It would be your action, and your movement would stop there.
I wonder why the bards took all the damage.
This one wasn't my fault.
Nah, I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna keep moving
Mhm.
forward. I can't
Okay.
see anything,
I
so
need you to make one more dexterity saving throw with disadvantage because you are in pure darkness.
a 15 and a 25.
That is a fail.
Yes, this one.
Yeah, but I'm also part fighter, and I'm a fucking warforged.
Kimber has
23.
no sense of
23
self-control or
goes to
common sense.
11, so you take 11 points of piercing damage.
I'm going to be using another fun cure wounds.
No, it's okay. I
5,
have
10,
some.
15, 20. As you emerge from the darkness, you are face first into a ballista that has its bolt loaded and is seconds away from firing.
Okay, we are going to. Is that my turn again for initiative or no?
Well, that is
Is
the
it-
end of your turn. It goes to the top again.
Yeah.
It will
That
roll
be
me
me?
a. Both of you
No.
roll initiative for me, please.
I did earlier. It was a 21.
Okay, got it. Bean.
4.
Okay, both of you are higher than the Lair action, so Bean first.
Okay.
It's bad that I want to vicious mockery the ballista.
You
Does it-
cannot see the ballista. You are on his back.
Can I
Yeah.
like? It's like I'm halfway at it. Can I just like turn around and look over
You want
his
to
shoulder?
climb
Does
her
it?
up?
But wait, does it work on constructs or anything that's not an actual creature? Is the question.
The only
That's
thing that it works on is things that can understand the language.
Yeah, that's. I didn't say it was going to. It was like, is it bad that I want to?
Okay. Okay.
But you have
Um,
your turn. What are you doing?
I don't have much that's particularly great against this. I'm built to be an inconvenience, is what I am built to be. That isn't Kimber's entire build. Is
Yeah.
inconvenient.
Belcar's feeling it.
Okay, we'll use. Yeah, we'll just do that for now. She's going to take a dagger and just chuck it at the thing. See if.
Okay.
Okay. No, wait. Before I do that, can I see, like a load, like the string where the thing is loaded into, or any kind of mechanism at all that?
Yes, you can see it looks. It appears to be just a ballista.
I'm going to aim for that and see if I can just
Okay.
make
I
it
will
not
let
work
you
anymore.
choose one of the two options you have here. You can roll at disadvantage, or I can increase the armor class for a called shot. Which one would you like?
I can. The options are I can roll at
Disadvantage,
Uh-huh.
or I can increase the armor class for the difficulty of the shot, or the difficulty of your throw.
Increase the shot. Well,
Okay.
I might as well roll at disadvantage. Why not?
Okay.
Just gonna see what happens here. I was.
In the middle of this, Belcar's just gonna look to Andon.
25. You look, and you're like, that looks like a fun place. And just right through the rope. You notice the rope swings around, the tension being released, goes all the way around, and it comes back around. It looks like it's about to smack Pumpkin in the face.
Can I take? So can I?
Can I
possibly
use a
take
reaction to attempt
grab
to
it?
catch the rope?
You
That's what
cannot
I
take
was
a
gonna do.
reaction. You can take your action as, I would say, she throws it. It begins to whip around simultaneously. You see
Oh, and
it.
then it's my turn. Okay,
And then
okay.
you're
then I'm
directly
gonna do,
next. Yeah,
Then
you
I'm
are
gonna
directly
do.
next.
I'm gonna fucking like uppercut from the bottom to like get it as far away from us as possible, and just like deck this thing into the wall.
Okay, roll to hit.
Make a great duo.
We really fucking do, man. This is like unreal.
Don't give me that face, Riley.
27. Yeah, as the rope comes around, you just punch the bolt that was going to be fired through your chest. You punch it upward, and the rope catches on it and just becomes this amalgamation of yarn, of flayed rope, and ballista bolt.
And then just like fucking up into the wall. And like after that, Bump is just gonna, you know, look at the little bead on his back, and just like reach back with another fist.
Meanwhile,
I broke it, and she sounds proud of it this time. I broke it.
We broke it.
Meanwhile, Belcar just looks to Andon.
You've watched
Do
as
you
one more
understand
comes down.
why I have a problem with her?
All in all you hear out of the Warforged speakers is, disrespect your surroundings.
River looks at him. Do you need to be fixed more? I have more magic I can use to fix you.
And he just kind of like looks, like shakes his head, and he's actually gonna cast Cure Wounds on himself. He's just gonna.
You should probably upcast it.
Let me see. How much I want to use, because there's certain spells that I want to save spell slots for. We will cast it at 2nd level.
I will add one of my own.
Okay.
So that is 21 healing. That is-
Plus
31
10,
healing.
so make it 31.
Ah,
She does it anyway. Just kind of.
okay.
So the two of you who stayed on this side, the other side of the engulfing darkness, you watch as 2 more ballista bolts have come out, but then they stop being launched.
Yeah.
Literally just.
The cat is still on the wall.
Okay.
What do we
There are
see in this
3
room?
ballista bolts, about a good, half a foot deep into the wall.
Hey, DM, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Because he's a warforged and these are basically big ass spears, would you allow him to take them and use them as javelins?
I will say as many as you are able to carry.
Well, he pretty beefy, so I'll say like 2.
Okay.
How's that? Okay.
They will be counted
The
as
others hear
javelins
from
for you.
down the hall. Just,
Are they
I broke it. It's okay now.
okay? So inventory. Possibly. Were there any magic qualities to these ballistas, or were they just straight up regular ballista bolts?
Are you going to investigate them for this effect, or just pick
Arcana?
them up and
I'm gonna boop him with a
Yes.
guidance for his check.
Okay, cool.
go? Okay.
I will use that guidance just to see how far I get. So that would be a 21.
21 total. You do notice that they are arcane in nature, but they don't seem to assist in your ability to throw it or strike against creatures.
So it would just be like overcoming resistance kind of thing.
Yes. As you're looking at this, and you're looking at where the ballista bolt had been kind of cockeyed, and then it finally kind of falls off, you watch as on the ballista, another bolt just
What?
Will
Here.
not lie. If I had if I had actually used one of my other characters for this, and he saw that, he would be trying to actually take that for his own.
Amber is more interested in the rest of the room. Does she see anything?
it looks like a plain room. Looks like there's one exit to the south.
The one we came in, or there's another one?
There is one to the south. You came in from this direction.
Yeah.
Let me pull you here.
Oh.
You came in from here. You notice there's an exit here.
There's another place we can go. She screams down the hall.
The two of you on the other side of the wall, you realize that the ballista bolt has stopped, and you can hear the triumphant cries of your companions.
Yeah, and then's gonna look towards the Goliath and be like, go them? He is definitely not used to talking to people, and the fact that he has to, it's just like irking him so much.
We have 2 basically silent boys, a gruff and angry Goliath, and the bean that runs her mouth faster than Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner in Looney Tunes.
She doesn't
Yeah.
hear anything from them, and she looks at Bump and she's like, do you think maybe they can't hear me? Maybe you can't hear things when there's the dark. Should I be louder?
And Bumpin's just
No.
gonna smirk. And
Belcar just says no.
no, hold on. I'm gonna have some.
I don't know that's directed at her.
Oh my god.
We're gonna. What can I do here? I want. Fuck! I thought I had thaumaturgy. I don't. It's okay.
man.
That would have been funny.
That would have been funny.
All right. So what are you two on the other side of the sphere doing?
I'm waiting for the Goliath to tell me his idea.
You know what Kimber's gonna do? She's like, oh, they can't hear me. Maybe I should be louder. Here's what I'm gonna do. And she's going to summon a mage hand. And it looks like her hand. And she's gonna send it floating through the darkness and then come out the other side and then just emphatically wave at them and then
How
point
far
through the darkness.
can you send that thing?
Let me see.
It's like 60 feet, right?
Oh, no, it's only 30 feet. It wouldn't go that far, would it?
So you stand in the hallway and you start waving with it.
Probably doesn't reach the others.
It totally made it.
Obviously.
What are they waiting on?
Tabaxi, waiting on Goliath for answer.
Yep.
You just like now the Warforged is just getting concerned. Put on your war face.
He's just like, he looks to the darkness, he looks to the cat, back and forth, back and forth. It's just like,
We are the bane of this Goliath's existence.
there's no point in splitting the group. And I don't think they'll listen to anything I say. So I guess we go with that.
Not at all. As far as they're concerned, you've been a crotchety old asshole this entire time.
So the cat's gonna drop and actually walk in through the darkness and out the other way.
One
You
who knows
walk
the area
right into a
best.
mage hand. Watch
I
it.
wouldn't
Does he
even
walk
see
right
it.
into a mage hand he can't see?
No, what you do notice, both of you, as you walk through this essentially wall of darkness, when you step through it, you are probably for the first time ever, I don't know your character's past, but I'll say your dark vision is not functioning. You cannot see anything. It is pure darkness. It is like someone put a black cloth across your eyes.
Yeah, there's gonna be a hiss coming out of Andon. Like, he does not like this whatsoever, and there is like a pep to his step, and he just kind of like rushes through even faster.
Okay.
Belcar is just like feeling the wall to his left because they had said
Mhm.
something about another place heading south, right?
Yes.
I
as
just said there
you-
was another place to go.
Well, whatever. He's just gonna follow the left wall because fuck it.
As you get out, you do notice that once you hit the opening, you know you're there because the wall ends and curves sharply to the left. You'd imagine you're probably in the room they're talking about, but still cannot see.
How can they see the opening?
Because we're farther than you.
Is there just like a section of the room that's not in darkness?
All you see, all you hear now is the word for it's like, it's showtime! It's showtime! Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know. They don't
Do you
know.
take yourself all the way through until you find light?
I take myself all the way through until I either find light or I find the doorway.
Do you want me to drag you there?
Yes.
Straight up, just like fucking real steel when the kid makes the robot dance for shadow boxing.
Kimber
That's-
looks at him as either, and she smiles. She's like, "Hi, I broke it."
He just pushes past and goes towards the exit.
Okay.
He's going to minor illusion of frowny face in front of him, just hovering in the air. A frowny face emoji. Like, and it just follows him as he walks. It just stays right there in front of his face.
Samuel Jackson voice.
Listen, Andon
You
just
sir
goes
are
like
an
this.
asshole.
Andon just does like this to Kimber, and that's it.
She smiles at him.
We like the
Okay.
cat.
And then she looks at him, and then she points, because he's got his back to her, and she points over at Belcar's butt, where the K is. So he can see it now.
And then as you're standing behind him, you notice this little like icing crusted K right on his little right butt cheek.
There may be a little snicker that comes out of him.
Can I join the PPEG?
You made someone mean. And
you literally made an asshole.
He's like, he's not being it like an utter asshole. He's just like, we're doing a mission. Can we please stop fucking around?
hey, have you
And
not
then when I
figured
was like,
out
no,
that
fuck
Kimber
you.
has no idea what she's doing here yet?
As you head further south, Belcar, how far do you wish to travel?
I'm just gonna go down to the wherever it widens out, like here.
Once it widens out and you walk into here, what you notice quickly with your passive is that it looks like this is a room where these rather ornate bluish crystals have been placed in 3 corners of the room.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
Are we following?
Make an investigation or insight or
Are you
hell this room
stepping
is
into a
supposed to
room
be
to
for?
do this, or are you going to try and look from
Do
here?
it from the doorway because I can see everything for now.
Okay, you can make a investigation check. Yes.
Bumping on the head.
It's a solid
can we go
11.
too?
What's
Can we
ours?
go too?
It's
Yeah, we're wrong.
it's a fancy room with fancy crystals.
Did you find anything?
What you do notice is as you kind of lean in a bit and look to it would be your right, but on the map to the left, you do notice looks to be some kind of this rather large mirror on the wall.
It's a dead end.
Can we see it? And she taps Bumping on the head. Can we go? I want to see.
And then Bumpin is just gonna like, yeah, no, we're walking. He's just
Yeah. He's gonna
Move your
step
token,
back.
babe.
oh
He'll
sorry.
step
my bad.
back and he's gonna go back into the other room before they walk into the hallway, so he's not in their way and he's not walking into the fucking room. Like
Okay.
crystals, mirror.
Andon's gonna peek in and just kind of like focus on the mirror. Is there
Okay.
anything special on the mirror that I should roll for? Like
How
magic
close do you
or-
get to check this? At that distance, it would be perception. If you wanted to go more, you would need to go into the room to investigate it.
No, he has better perception, so I'm gonna roll that.
Okay, go ahead. What you notice is it looked like it's just literally a piece of mirror. There is no frame. There is nothing around it, except for obviously the wall that is affixed to. It is just a sheet of reflective surface. Roughly 10 feet tall, 5 feet wide. It goes from floor to ceiling.
Important question before I do something probably really, really stupid because that. Do those crystals look like they could be expensive?
They look. Roll me a. Let me think here.
Feel like an intelligence or a wisdom check?
Well, I'm looking at his character sheet to see what would make the most sense for him. Give me one more perception check.
23.
23. You would know these crystals to be a extremely rare formation known as Veilidium. Veilidium is a crystal that grows at weakened points of the planar veil. It only grows there, and it grows there because it picks up the excess energy of the weakened veil between the planes. It is extremely useful in the realm of arcana, spellcasting and enchanting, and forging of weapons.
Would Bumpin understand this as well?
From your
Possibly.
distance, unless he says it out loud, you would have no idea.
Very simple. The cat is going to say even more words than normal. And the cat is legit just gonna like lean down and he's going to like think and his tail just starts flicking back and forth like erratically, even more than it has been. It's just like arcane crystals. Good spells. Weapons.
Can
Expensive.
so based off of things between me and you, Mr. DM, can I make an Arcana check to see if this has anything to do with why he's down here?
Yes, you can.
Do.
The cat's sense of greed is going to get the better of him.
You would know that this item is extremely useful in the sorts of project being handled, and was one of the key ingredients for what was being completed.
Bumpin is shouldering past that damn cat.
The cat's
and he
already
is
in the
grabbing-
room.
Yeah,
The cat's
okay,
in the
Bumpin.
room already taking. Well, he's gonna first make sure the fact that it's safe before he takes some. But yeah, he's gonna definitely try to get some.
Yeah, Bumpin is
Okay.
gonna be trying to and you see the ball of the hands come undone, and it's these four those big shovels that have those four ends, and then they go down and then they close. It's kind of like a big ass claw machine.
Yeah.
Like that, just big handful.
Real quick, as you step into the room, Andon, would you please make me a wisdom saving throw?
Advantage.
Oh yes, I got those with advantage right
With
now.
advantage.
Oh
Yes.
my god. There you go.
Shall I do the same then?
That's
Yes.
a 14.
Will I have to since I'm being dragged into this room?
Yes.
Oh, joy.
I got a 14. I don't think I saved.
Okay.
21.
13.
Okay. Andon, as you walk into the room, for some reason, you see, especially your cat keen senses for the tabaxi blood in you, you see motion off to your right. You snap and look, and then you see oh, it's just a mirror. It's a nice mirror. Man, I look good. I look real good. Look at these crystals. And you step towards the mirror. And Kimber, you watch as Andon walks through the mirror and disappears. You also feel yourself clung, clung, moving closer to the mirror.
No.
No. She doesn't like that. She's kind of shaking his shoulder. Don't go.
Suddenly, you are nose to nose with yourself. And since you have your mind, you see your perfect reflection of yourself. And then instantaneously, the mouth slits ear to ear, a wide, toothy smile before you just walk right in. And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no. I am so sorry.
I am distressed.
So am I.
I knew this was. I knew something was gonna happen with this because my cat had to be greedy.
You can't even blame me for this one.
No, this was on me. I'm sorry that I dragged you into
Oh,
That's
man. Well, all of you there in Twisted
I'm-
Perception Land, I hope you enjoyed the first part of this two-part one-shots. I'm extremely happy to be here and be a part of this. Any closing announcements I will leave to the table, and it's their stream, their rules, but I just want to say I'm super happy to be here for today and the next time. So thank you guys very much for letting me do this.
To go real quick. We love having you, Brandon. Can't wait for next week. We totally miss you, Ford, though I saw you in the chat. Don't you dare. We miss you. Have a good time. We're excited for next week. So come back, you guys, if you watch today, because next week we will be continuing this two-shot. Come see what happens to the party that sounds like a really bad joke.
Yes, definitely.
And where the
Sounds
bards
like-
take
I
more
think you
damage
mean
than the
is.
tanks. And
And a
everybody
Tabaxi
hates each other
and a
except the
Tabaxi
bards.
Ranger who acts more like a rogue is always somewhere in the background watching and getting face planted in snow somehow.
You still somehow managed to make Connor. But anyways,
I like to think that Belcar is just gonna he's gonna look down and see that they're just walking towards that mirror. And
you see the panic in Kimber's face, and she's like shaking, thumping, just don't go, and then they're gone.
his face is just gonna be completely just clear, void of emotion. He's just gonna be like, yeah, that's what I thought.
Anyways,
And he's gonna be severely tempted to just let them try and figure it out themselves. Severely tempted.
anyways, so come back next week to see what happens. Don't forget, if you're new to the stream, hi, welcome to us and the guest thing. But also don't forget to come and check out our social media. We have a Discord, which you can find on the link tree that's here on our Twitch page. Come join us. We're building a community. We want to interact with you guys. We want to be around you guys as people and just be nerds together. So come check out our Discord. We've got an Instagram, we've got a TikTok, we've got a YouTube for past episodes if you haven't been here before and want to see the kind of shenaniganry that we've pulled in the past. Because this was a great, like, this entire party is kind of like a flip anti all our normal characters.
This is the
See what our normal characters are
all our
like.
normal characters.
Go check that out. And yeah, thanks for being here, guys. This is a lot of fun, and hope that our party doesn't, die now again.
Also,
Because the tabaxi.
Listen,
just
all right?
as
you didn't need to follow the tabaxi.
I didn't have a choice.
I followed. It's my fault.
No, he tried to go over, and the tabaxi went in anyway. So regardless of what, this is not the tabaxi's fault.
Also, just wanted to say, if you like the Dungeon Master that came through today, please go check out Player Hater Gaming on Twitch. I know there's tons of other socials. I know they have a Discord as well. YouTube. I believe you guys have a Facebook, do you not?
Yes, we do.
Got a bunch of things. If you guys want to know, you'll find Brandon and people in our Discord server tagged with the Player Hatter thing. You can talk to them about their stream because we love them so much, and we're really excited to continue working with them.
Thank you guys so much for letting me be here. This is
All right, we will see you guys next week.
Enjoying.
All right, guys. Y'all
See
take
ya,
care.
everybody.
Bye.